Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here today. As you heard from Tim, we have led the TV industry for the past 11 years. We are awed and humbled by the support of our customers, like the ones you just saw. They have helped us transform the TV from an object to the cornerstone of a complete entertainment experience. And in 2017, we're excited to reach even higher with breakthroughs in picture quality, design, smart TVs, and premium audio. Let's start with the TVs. Consumer demand for larger premium displays is surging, especially for screens over 60 inches. In fact, the UHD market grew more than 70% globally in 2016, meaning nearly 2 UHD TVs were sold every second. Today, we're proud to say that nearly half of all UHDs sold in the US are Samsung TVs. However, we are not content to stop there. We've spent a lot of time perfecting the TV experience, developing new technology to ensure virtually perfect color accuracy, superior contrast, and this is the new Samsung QLED TV. Breathtaking, isn't it? QLED is a truly different TV. But what does that mean for you? It means the perfect viewing experience: color, brightness, contrast, and an incredible picture quality at virtually any viewing angle. Now, let's take a look at each individually. When we talk color, we have to talk about color volume, an advanced concept that evaluates how rich colors come to life when they are exposed to brightness. Increasing brightness can wash out colors. Red becomes pink, for example. Not with QLED. The elevated brightness actually increases the vividness and maintains color integrity. On top of that, QLED can support nearly all of the DCI P3 color space, and most importantly, 100% of the color volume. So, content is displayed exactly as the creators intended. QLED's stunning HDR expression can achieve a brightness level of between 1,500 and 2,000 nits, and has an optimal contrast ratio. QLED really is quantum dot taken to the next level. We've thought through the whole TV. We've redesigned the panel so it's optimized for our new quantum dots. Reflections are reduced for even deeper blacks. So whether the scene on the TV is bright or dark, or the room is bright or dark, QLED TVs will show every bold detail with an unbelievable level of contrast. Best of all, QLED delivers consistent color and quality from virtually any viewing angle. But don't just take our word for it. Industry leaders agree. To paraphrase renowned chemist and nanotechnology expert Dr. Paul Olivasatos, QLED is here to stay and achieves unprecedented control of color in displays. Now, let's talk about how these TVs fit in your home. After all, TVs are getting bigger, so they need to have a clean design aesthetic. So today, we are taking a big step in that direction. The new QLED will quite literally blend into your decor. We have designed a slimmer bezel and a single, nearly invisible optical cable that connects your TV to our One Connect box. No mess of wires or clunky equipment, just one cable connecting every device to the TV. This is innovation made for living. Best of all, oh, thank you, thank you. Best of all, our new no-gap mount places your TV flush up against the wall. In the installation process, it's incredibly easy. In just a few simple steps, your TV can be mounted, hung, and even adjusted after it's already hung on the wall. We also know that consumers don't always want the same TV setup, so we created a number of great options, including a sleek new line of stands we call Gravity and Studio. They enhance the overall design of your TV. Now, I want to show you how we are taking another major step in home entertainment and design. We challenged our team of engineers and designers to create a TV that goes beyond what we thought a TV could do and what it could look like. A TV made for those people who care just as much about the design and aesthetic as the entertainment that they are watching. We want to share with you a sneak preview of this very special TV that we are showing the world for the first time today. This is a TV that will transcend the definition of an electronic device. It will become a true lifestyle product. And it has already been named the winner of the 2017 CES Best of Innovation Award. I encourage you to experience this TV at our booth here at CES, and stay tuned for more details as we officially launch this very special TV later this year. Not only do our TVs deliver incredible picture quality and stunning design, they have gotten smarter too. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Wanjin Lee to share more about the future of smart entertainment. Wanjin?
Thanks, Joe. Hello, everyone. I'm here to talk to you today about TV's role as a central hub for entertainment in your home. Between broadcast, cable, satellite, streaming services, and game consoles, viewers today have nearly unlimited choice and flexibility. Let's take a look at these numbers. Watching what you want, when you want, where you want, that's the new norm. But with all these entertainment options, where do you start? At Samsung, we're focusing on 3 product strategies. Number 1, a unified experience. Number 2, personalized discovery. And number 3, more 4K and HDR content. The work we do in these 3 areas is why we believe entertainment starts here with Samsung. Now, let's talk about the unified TV experience. Last year, we simplified the way users navigate their TVs and all of their external devices with the Samsung One Remote. The market response was great. Check out what so many people have been saying. This year, we've enhanced the One Remote to support even more devices and use voice control capabilities across more smart TV features. We've taken the TV remote to a new level. In 2017, we're expanding this intuitive experience to a virtual remote. While using a smartphone app to control your TV has always seemed attractive, too often, the reality did not match expectations. With a cumbersome setup and compatibility issues, most apps leave you grasping for your TV remote. No more. With the latest Samsung Smart View app, you get your personalized smart hub with all the benefits of touch on your smartphone. It's your customized TV remote the way you want it. And the all-new Smart View app is available now on Android and iOS. This is what we mean when we talk about a unified experience. Now, let's move on to personalized discovery. When people watch TV, sometimes they know exactly what they want to watch. Sometimes they want to be inspired. Smart Hub lets you browse across live TV and your favorite streaming services all on one screen. Our personalized recommendations discover entertainment for you when you want to be inspired. Movies and TV shows are one thing. When it comes to personalized discovery, we're not stopping there. Let's take sports, for example. With increasing viewing options from local broadcasts, premium sports channels, and streaming services, it's difficult to find where your favorite teams are playing. This year, we're solving that problem. With our new sports service, you can find your teams on live TV, live streaming, or replay in a single page. Because Smart Hub integrates all your sources, we can do that like no one else. On-screen reminders tell you when your teams are about to play. And better yet, with the notifications in the Smart View app, you'll receive real-time alerts when your team is ready to play, even when your TV is turned off. We already have many key content partners at launch, and we'll be adding a lot more over time. And sports is just the first of many areas where we can do personalized discovery across TV and streaming. We'll be introducing more throughout 2017. Lastly, let's talk about the 4K and HDR content. Samsung is leading the TV market thanks to the great picture quality that we offer. Our ecosystem of great partners ensures our customers have all the content they want to watch built directly into their Samsung TV. We're leading the 4K and HDR revolution with many original titles already coming from Netflix and Amazon. But we wanted to make it even easier for users to find the latest movies and TV shows in 4K and HDR. That's why we're pleased to have announced TV Plus in the US market. Paired with Samsung Checkout, TV Plus offers the fastest way to find, buy, and watch the highest quality content. We've worked closely with premium partners, including Fandango Now, Rakuten, and Funke Media, to make this service available to more customers around the world. This is your one-stop source for the greatest and the latest 4K content. To round this up, we've shared how we're innovating entertainment in 3 essential areas: a unified experience for all your services and devices, personalized discovery on and off your TV, and the most exciting and technically advanced 4K and HDR content. It's for these reasons why we believe entertainment starts here with Samsung. Thank you.
Some pretty cool stuff your team is working on, Wanjin. Thanks. QLED really is the complete TV experience. Stunning picture quality, designs to blend the TV into your home, and seamless entertainment. Now, a great TV needs a superior audio experience. A couple of years ago, we started a journey to become the most innovative audio company in the world. We are making real progress thanks in part to our state-of-the-art audio lab in California. Last year, we launched an award-winning soundbar with Dolby Atmos. Consumers and press alike loved its immersive quality. This year, we're building out our line of premium, innovative soundbars with the new Samsung Sound Plus. It features a one-body design that integrates the capabilities of a subwoofer directly into the soundbar. And with our breakthrough anti-distortion technology, the Sound Plus can achieve bass as low as 35 hertz. The 5-channel Sound Plus creates an incredible room-filling experience. We've also created an easier installation process that requires no extra holes in the wall. Sound Plus easily attaches to the TV through an optional mounting bracket. And for those who appreciate a more contemporary look, we've also launched the newest wireless audio speaker in our lineup, the Samsung H7. The H7's premium hi-fi audio experience is integrated with simple mobile connectivity, allowing you to stream music services directly through the speaker without having to use a mobile device. And with UHQ support, both Samsung Sound Plus and H7 upscales 8 through 24-bit audio sources to 32 bits of rich, detailed sound. Now, at CES last year, we introduced the first 4K UHD Blu-ray player in the US, and the consumer response has exceeded even our own expectations. Nearly 2 million UHD movie discs were sold in 2016, and we anticipate consumer demand for UHD Blu-ray players to grow by more than 2 times in 2017. With consumers flocking to UHD, I'm happy to announce the release of our second generation UHD Blu-ray player. What's new for the first time ever? Users can stream their favorite titles directly from the player to their mobile device. The new QLED TV, our UHD Blu-ray player, and premium audio from Samsung. This is the ultimate UHD home theater experience. And last but not least, we're even transforming your computer monitor. The Samsung Premium Curved Monitor features a 31.5-inch WQHD screen, an 1800R curvature for comfortable viewing, and a streamlined 360-degree design, a welcome addition to any home or office. We're excited to announce the Premium Curved Monitor will be available in the US earlier this year. What you have seen today demonstrates just how we are redefining the entertainment experience. Sound that immerses you in the action, a unified smart TV experience, design enhancements, QLED TVs, the best picture we have ever created. QLED TVs are truly the next innovation in TV, and we are thrilled to announce that they will ship starting in February. All of this is what it means to reach higher for consumers, staying a step ahead with innovations that redefine home entertainment. Thank you all so much, and enjoy the rest of the show.
John Harrington, Senior Vice President, Samsung Electronics America.
Good afternoon, everyone. You've just heard how we're reaching higher in home entertainment. Today I'm going to show you how we're doing the same in home appliances. We're truly delivering unique appliances, and customer enthusiasm is driving our growth. Last year at CES, we introduced several exciting new products, including 2 notable game changers, AdWash and Family Hub. They've made Samsung the fastest growing appliance brand in the United States. And while we have always focused on delivering gorgeous design and innovative functionality, we've also learned our customers want choice and flexibility, products that fit their busy lifestyles. This year, we're introducing unique flexibility across all our categories. Let's start with laundry. In homes all around the world, doing laundry is a lengthy routine, gathering, sorting, folding, and waiting. With traditional washers and dryers, we're limited to what we can do at one time. That is, until now. Today, we're bringing an entirely new level of flexibility to the laundry room. It gives me great pleasure to introduce FlexWash and FlexDry. Let's take a look. Yeah, what do you think? Thank you. FlexWash and FlexDry are the first washer and dryer that feature 4 unique compartments, allowing you to customize how you manage your laundry and save time. Let's start with the washer. We've learned from our popular active wash models that customers really appreciate the versatility of the built-in sink. So we've taken it to the next level by building in a second washer. FlexWash features a 5 cubic foot bottom compartment, the largest in its class, and a 1 cubic foot top compartment. That's 6 cubic feet in total. No other washer offers this much capacity and the ability to customize your laundry process in a way that makes most sense for you. Now let's just imagine that you've returned from a family vacation. Everyone's clothes need washing. It's going to be a big laundry day. What's great is that with FlexWash, you can use the top and bottom compartments at the same time, utilizing all 6 cubic feet. And the 2 compartments make it easy to sort on the fly. Put light items in the top, dark items in the bottom, choosing the compartment that works best for you. The top compartment is also ideal for small loads, that special pair of jeans you need in a hurry, or the soccer jersey you need for the big game. It's quick, it's easy, and it saves energy. FlexWash gives you maximum capacity and maximum flexibility. Now let's look at the dryer. Like FlexWash, FlexDry has 2 zones, a 7.5 cubic foot capacity dryer and a special zone for drying delicates, such as athletic wear or a silk scarf. The main dryer zone can easily dry all that you can put into both zones of FlexWash. Here again, you can use one zone or the other, or both at the same time. Both FlexWash and FlexDry are IoT enabled, which means you can start, stop, and monitor any cycle from your smartphone. FlexWash and FlexDry represent a new way to wash and dry, the ultimate in convenience and flexibility. Now let's move to the kitchen. As the housing market continues to grow and people remodel their kitchens, many consumers want built-in appliances for their dream homes. Yet we found that choices are limited and many built-in appliances haven't evolved in years. So recently we launched a portfolio of built-in appliances to meet the needs of these consumers, and the reception has been amazing. We're bringing unprecedented innovation to the built-in market, from black stainless steel finishes and backlit digital controls to IoT-enabled functionality. Samsung is modernizing the built-in kitchen. Wall ovens, cooktops, dishwashers, and refrigerators designed together to elevate the style and functionality of today's kitchens. But of course, it's more than just appearance. Our customers want superior performance as well. So we've included high-end features like professional quality steam cooking in our wall ovens and high output burners in our cooktops. We've added our popular Flex Duo feature to our wall ovens, bringing 3 separately controlled compartments to 1 built-in. Perfect for preparing that big holiday meal or game day feast. In 2017, we will continue to expand our built-in line with a new combination wall oven and microwave, an upgraded dishwasher, and a matching line of premium refrigerators. So now you can get modern innovation and flexibility in your built-in kitchen. Last year on this stage, we introduced the Family Hub refrigerator, allowing consumers to shop, communicate, and enjoy entertainment all on a gorgeous 21.5-inch touchscreen. Family Hub is redefining the kitchen, and customer response has exceeded our expectations. As a result, we're expanding from a single flagship model to a full assortment of Family Hub refrigerators. In fact, all of our popular French door refrigerators will be available with a Family Hub option. From our basic French door model to the popular 4-door Flex, we are more than doubling the number of Family Hub choices. Today, I'm proud to introduce Family Hub 2.0. Let's take a look.
So you're trying to tell me you can talk to the fridge?
Yes. Hi, Samsung.
Well, what should we ask it to do?
Play Pandora.
Okay, launching Pandora.
Whoa, what else can it do?
Show us what's inside.
Let's use it for breakfast. Open recipes.
Pancakes.
Read recipe.
Combine milk with vinegar.
Family Hub is all about food, family, and entertainment. And we're taking each of these functions to the next level. This is a more interactive and a more personalized Family Hub. First, let's talk food management. If you recall, Family Hub includes cameras that let you see inside your fridge from your smartphone. With Family Hub 2.0, we're making it even easier to get groceries delivered right to your door. Now you can peek inside, build a shopping list on your phone or the Family Hub screen, and have those items delivered with the help of partners like Instacart or Groceries by MasterCard. We've also learned that families really enjoy leaving notes and artwork and sharing photos with Family Hub. It keeps busy families connected to those special moments. Family Hub 2.0 makes this even easier and more personal. Now every member of the family can create and customize their own personal place on the Family Hub. They can share notes, photos from the soccer game, individual calendars, personal to-do lists, all on the Family Hub screen. And now the entertainment options included with Family Hub 2.0 are even better. In 2016, Family Hub allowed you to enjoy your favorite music or catch the game right from your kitchen island. This year, we're adding popular apps like Spotify and iHeartRadio to enhance the total entertainment experience of Family Hub. Finally, as you saw in the video, we've added voice recognition so you can enjoy the benefits of Family Hub anywhere in the kitchen. Samsung Voice technology responds to your commands, opens and closes apps, and reads information out loud. Perfect for those times when you have your hands full or you're multitasking in the kitchen. You can see how Family Hub has evolved, a powerful technology platform that gets better with new apps, new features, and new services. In fact, first-generation Family Hub customers will receive an upgrade, providing many of the functions that we've talked about today. Once again, Family Hub 2.0 is available in all our popular French door models, features seamless app integration, is fully customizable, and is now powered by your voice. We are truly leading the way in the connected kitchen. What you've seen today are truly unique appliances, from the flexibility to wash 2 loads at the same time, to modern built-ins and our powerful and exciting Family Hub 2.0. We are truly reaching higher with innovation that brings flexibility and choice to our customers. Thank you very much.
Elena Cotton, Vice President, Samsung Electronics America.
Well, thank you. And hello, CES. At Samsung, we are always striving to develop technology with purpose. Technology that powers your passions. As Tim and my colleagues said earlier, 2017 is about recommitting to our customers, to thoughtful design, and to technology that moves your life forward. These are the core values that drive us to reach higher every day. Take wearables, for example. Today, people want more from their wearables than ever before. Not only the intelligence and convenience of the average smartwatch, but also to stay connected, even without their phone. That's why we've developed some of the most advanced wearables on the market. The Gear S2, Gear Fit 2, and the recently launched Gear S3. The Gear S3 has an award-winning, beautiful design that looks and feels like a traditional watch. It also has LTE connectivity, so the next time you run out for coffee and leave your phone at your desk, you can still call or text your friend to ask what they want. And with Samsung Pay on your Gear S3, you have the speed and convenience to make payments from your wrist almost anywhere. Now, we've always offered customers choices to fit their various needs. And that's why we've partnered with some of the most respected brands to help you get what you want out of your device. Our new partnership with Auric Levy lets you customize your device with elegant, industrial-inspired smartwatch faces and bands. And with the latest mobile apps from our partners, you can listen to your Spotify playlist anywhere. See where you last parked your car using BMW Connected, and track your fitness goals with Under Armour's fitness apps, the largest fitness community in the world. Fueling passions, unlocking new experiences, that's our aim when we launch new products. And this winter, we've been working with Vice Sports and our friend, record-breaking motorcycle stunt rider, Robbie Madison, to help him fulfill his dream of riding one of the biggest waves in the world, the Total Santos. And what better device to keep him connected than the Gear S3? Take a sneak peek.
Camera's ready. Robbie's ready. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Will he or won't he? We'll see, and please stay tuned. And with military-grade durability, IP68 water resistance, and standalone connectivity, the Gear S3 is the perfect device to help him along the way. Now, great technology should be flexible enough to fit your needs. It should help you power your passions, no matter what they are. Today, we're introducing the next generation of mobile computing. Premium PCs that reflect our commitment to design, craftsmanship, and choice. PCs that work for you. In 2011, we partnered with Google to launch a new category of computing with the first Chromebook. Now, we're redefining the category. Before today, the world of Chromebooks and the world of Android apps were separate. But we wondered, why can't you enjoy your favorite Android apps on your notebook? Well, now you can. Introducing the next generation Samsung Chromebook designed for Google Play, the Samsung Chromebook Plus and Chromebook Pro. It's the same great design for both variants. The Samsung Chromebook Plus will feature an ARM processor, while the Chromebook Pro will be powered by an Intel Core M3 processor for fast, responsive performance. These Chromebooks can run any of the millions of apps in the Google Play Store. That means you can go from Google Docs to even Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. These are premium laptops that are thin and light, feature a Quad HD screen, and easily convert from notebook to tablet in a snap. These Chromebooks are also the first to come with an embedded digitizer pen, which will make it easier to draw with Art Canvas or make to-do lists with Google Keep. Imagine sitting in a lecture hall before class, sending an email. Class starts, you flip the screen, pull out the pen, and start taking notes, or doodling, right on your device. We love these new Chromebooks and couldn't be more excited to continue our long-standing partnership with Google. Now, we've got something great for Windows fans too. We recently launched the new Notebook 9 series, our thinnest and lightest notebook at just 1.8 pounds for the 13-inch model. It's so light, you can hold it with just 3 fingers. And it's powerful too. Featuring a 7th generation Intel Kaby Lake processor, the Notebook 9 is also built for maximum performance. And for the US market, we're taking this performance to the next level with a custom 15-inch model that features a discrete GPU. The device can power your most intensive tasks, from video editing to running programs on multiple monitors. The Notebook 9 delivers truly exceptional mobility for all of your adventures. Now, for many people, gaming is serious business. I know who you are. At Samsung, we built some of the best components for gamers. Our SSDs, RAM, and monitors are consistently among the highest rated in the industry. Today, I'm thrilled to announce our groundbreaking gaming laptop, the Samsung Notebook Odyssey. Pretty cool, huh? With the Notebook Odyssey, we've created a mobile gaming experience that rivals a desktop. The Notebook Odyssey has a carefully engineered heat management system with bottom panel ventilation that keeps your notebook cool during those marathon gaming sessions. The ergonomic Volcano keyboard features keys that are curved to fit your finger. With a full 2.5 millimeters of travel, it's super precise in its tactile response. The Notebook 9 is also equipped to let you play anywhere with its anti-glare setting and LED keyboard lights. The Odyssey comes in 15-inch and 17-inch models, fully loaded with specs for gamers, and are both powered by the Intel 7th generation Core i7 processor. For even more performance, the 17-inch model doubles the RAM and SSD. And for those times you need it, with the push of a button, you can supercharge the processor and graphics to give you the absolute best performance. The Odyssey is one of the best gaming rigs right now, but we also want you to have the best in the future. We made the Odyssey's SSD and memory module easily replaceable so you can keep maximizing the performance of the notebook. That means you can upgrade for better performance. The Odyssey, winning game performance in a mobile package. Powering your passions. That's what each of these devices is about. Our Wearables portfolio, Chromebook Pro, and Plus, Notebook 9, and Notebook Odyssey bring you flexibility in design and choices. And they deliver incredible performance wherever you are. Because to us, technology is about unlocking your potential and reaching higher every day. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Elena. So, what a 2017 lineup from Samsung. It represents tremendous progress against our vision, truly unique innovations, an expanded ecosystem, more partners, and new experiences, all the foundation of a more connected world. Thank you, and have a great CES 2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, You may come toward the front for a closer look and to take photos, but for your safety, we ask that you please do not go on stage. To explore more details about these Samsung products,
do this. Okay, that was Samsung, and kind of meaty. It's hit a lot of depth, hit a lot of breadth.
Checked some of those boxes we were expecting.
Not as much depth as maybe we'd hoped.
No.
We'll do a quick
kind of
recap.
Expected territories.
Quick recap as we've got about 6 minutes to go before we go see our friends over at Hyundai.
Yep.
We saw their diss of LG, if you will, saying we don't do OLED, we do QLED.
QLED, introducing QLED.
Quantum dot LED.
Yep.
Now, this is not really like OLED. It's not this emissive particle. There is a backlight. I had a conversation with David Katzmeyer about this not even an hour ago, and this is quite a bit different from OLED still. A future version of QLED may be a lot more like OLED, but that's not what's on the market right now. So it's an interesting terminology strategy they've got there. These will be their new flagship TVs that are pretty darn thin, but not that 2.5 millimeter like LG has.
No. But they did show teasing that, like spot where the TV is, it looking like a picture in a picture frame, assuming that's
because
they've
got a gapless mount that kind of goes right up against the wall, and I'm looking at it, so there's no air gap behind it, which looks nice. And I'm thinking, if that's the case, I bet you don't need to find a stud to put the bolts in for a mount because it's hanging from the perimeter, so the weight's distributed. It might be just a few simple fasteners, and the thing just kind of goes, which is actually a really nice installation thing, because how many people are unable or uninterested in putting a traditional mount on their wall, afraid they're going to get it wrong and the whole thing's going to fall down?
Yeah, I get it, paranoid about it. But they had big picture frame things going around TVs years ago when they were gigantic.
Right.
You're like, I remember that thing.
It's come back.
Like gilded, put
remember?
the gilded picture
you used
frame
to put
around
the picture frame over your TV.
There was some company that would customize that. So
I remember that. Yeah.
There were appliances. There was a washing. Clothing washing machine inception. Like
dual washer, dual dryer.
Yeah, it was like washing machine in the washing machine.
There was a little washer on top, big washer under, little dryer on top, little big dryer under.
I wanted it to be like nesting dolls where each one would have a smaller washing machine.
Yeah,
forever.
smaller, tiny, and holds one pair of underwear is the last one.
You get to like the tiniest little dryer right in the center.
Right there, and all you can dry in there. Don't want to even go there. Don't even want to go there.
You can have like 4 things at once.
Let's not talk about how small our underwear can be, because that's a whole other story.
It was a very OCD washer dryer sale.
It was.
I'm trying to.
You're trying. I know you're trying.
And my mind is like thinking about my own underwear situation.
I expect my close personal physician to help me here. But
counting how much underwear I have left for the show. There's always a mental count. It's ticking.
Well, we're gonna get to 2 days prepare real soon.
Oh yeah,
you know that.
We're woolly now. Okay. not the underwear, but our thing. But they had the 4 different compartments.
Yes.
And so there was that, and then there was the Samsung fridge.
Yeah, 2.0. Now all their French door fridges are available with the Home Hub tech, which is the big screen, the internal cameras, and the, I think, dubious apps in the door. I don't need Spotify on my fridge, and I don't need to leave little finger Post-it notes, but I don't have kids. Maybe kids and families love to do that stuff.
No, our kids don't like to dream about smart fridges.
You have phones.
They have toys and other things that they want to explore.
Yeah, they don't want to go
They have other things to do in their lives.
Right.
They dream of kitchens that are old-fashioned. All their toys are things like frying pans.
Oh,
and
yeah,
a basic sink.
little faux range and all that's fun.
I mean, they do promise that the first generation, those who are out there who purchase Family Hub will get the update.
For a lot of the stuff. Now, the cameras, they didn't nail this, but as I understand it, the cameras in the new fridge also do some computer vision object recognition, which the old ones don't do. Therefore, they can help track what do you have and what suddenly went away that you're now out of.
Moldy carrot. The moldy carrot problem.
Right, the moldy carrot.
It will recognize moldy carrots.
The Stein household moldy carrots.
Will it find them?
Will it find them?
Will it determine?
And then it can help you prompt to say, oh, I better put that on my list. And they now have Instacart baked into one of the apps. Now, that all makes sense to me. That's contextual commerce.
Yeah.
But I don't know about needing Spotify in my fridge. They added that, and it's like, I don't need that. I got it on my phone. I got it on Sonos. I've probably got it on Amazon or Hulu. I'm choked on my streaming services. I don't need any more of that.
They mentioned their wearables for a hot minute, talking about Samsung Gear S3, which debuted in the fall. Kind of quiet on that when it debuted, and they were talking about some apps. It needs more apps, and then they went very fast into laptops.
Yes, 2 Chromebooks.
That was
now.
the focus.
The Chromebooks, something that's been tried, fits and starts over the years.
Those
they
were
now
interesting.
fully run Play Store apps as if you'd put them on your phone or tablet. They will run.
Yeah, they said
apparently all
2
of them.
million Android apps supported, and there's also a digitizing little stylus pen.
Yeah.
So it looks like an interesting fusion there, and Google had been promising Android Chrome integration. It was available in early form in one of the Chromebook flips, I think. And so we've been waiting for this to arrive, and now it looks like this is one of those models that's going to support that better in ARM and Core M3.
Yeah,
Intel
the lower
models.
model's an ARM, and the upper model's a Core, right?
You're seeing it's going to get there. Like the difference between like laptops and the mobile processors is like getting.
Yeah, and Microsoft has just recently gone to
they're
embrace
like almost
ARM, right,
overlapping.
with Windows.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of migration toward what's a PC processor or not. It doesn't really matter anymore. It's just processors.
And hardcore gaming laptops, because they know there are hardcore gamers
That
out
was an
there.
odd one for them, right?
Yeah, it was a little vague on specs, very vague on specs.
Yeah, they didn't tell us much about the GPU.
No, they did say there were swappable components, which were nice. SSD.
Memory and storage,
yeah,
but not
and
the
that's
GPU.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think as
Okay.
Jeff was pointing out, we want to know about graphics.
Yeah, that's the gamer's
that's
lifeblood.
the gaming question.
Okay, we're going to come back in a hot minute, and we've got Hyundai coming up as we continue coverage from CNET at CES 2017. Okay, welcome back. Short break. We're back to CNET's live coverage here at CES 2017 Press Day. Show opens tomorrow. So our next press conference coming up is Hyundai, and here we are, their second automaker of the day. We heard from Toyota a little while ago.
Yep. So this is the first time that
Hyundai
Hyundai
first appeared at the CES show in 2009, and I'm proud to say we were the first automaker to have an independent booth at the show. Times have changed, and so has CES. As auto manufacturers enter the age of mobility, vehicles are ever more connected, electrified, and automated. The artificial line that once separated auto manufacturers from tech firms has blurred. With that in mind, we have a number of interesting things to share with you this afternoon to give you a taste of what we've been bringing to this year's Consumer Electronics Show. Founded in 1967, Hyundai Motor Company has accomplished a lot considering it is a relatively young company within the automotive industry. I'm sure you're all aware of the speed at which we've grown and how positively Hyundai products are received by customers and media all around the world. Our sales success reflects our customers' positivity. We're selling vehicles in more than 190 countries, and our global sales volume has reached close to 5 million vehicles. In addition to sales growth, Hyundai Motor has always placed great emphasis on its manufacturing capabilities and competencies in R&D. As we look to the future of mobility, we're focused on enhancing our expertise in environmentally friendly energy, intelligent safety, advanced human-machine interfaces, and smart, lightweight materials. These key areas will be critical to our success in the future. We develop most of our technology on our own, but when appropriate, we seek the expertise of other organizations that share our values and to help us out. You will see an example of this sort of collaboration later in today's conference. For this year's CES, we have chosen to share Hyundai Motors' vision for future mobility. Our vision brings together ideas and technologies that, in many respects, take us well beyond the traditional realm of an automotive company. To provide more detail, I'm very honored to introduce Hyundai Motor Company's Vice Chairman, Yusun Chung, who arrived here in an autonomous Ioniq.
How was the drive here? Yeah, it was very good, impressive. I was able to doing multitask while being autonomous driving allowed, and me to be very much more efficient. Yeah, I'm very confident that freedom in mobility may become a reality much sooner than ever. Everyone expects, which I will touch upon later in my presentation.
Thank you, ES. The stage is yours.
Thanks. Brian, thank you. Thank you, Mike. And yes, it's genuine thrill to be here at CES, where the world comes to celebrate innovation and technology. We are joining the party by sharing our own vision for future mobility. It's the start of New Year, and if you spend any time at this show, you will hear many people say we are at the start of a new era of technology, convergence, and hyper-connectivity. This has huge implications for mobility, for how real people get around and how they interact with others, and the environment around them. The future of mobility offers huge promise. We can already anticipate how vehicle will be able to reach out, seamlessly interacting with other vehicles and with the outside the world for greater safety and convenience. And we can foresee true freedom in mobility, where fully automated vehicles eliminate accidents, as well as taking the stress out of the daily commute. Crucially, we are also looking towards a future where eco-vehicle can transport us without emissions. But how far into the future is all of this? How much is fantasy? How much is reality? How much is here now or coming in the near future? Is it all for future generations, or will it benefit today's CES visitors too? These opportunities and the various challenges they present are what drive Hyundai Motor. Our focus, our vision, is the creation of clean, free, and connected mobility. It is now part of our brand essence to create the best mobility solutions. Hyundai Motor is becoming a lifetime partner by providing the best technology solutions that care for humans and society, making our customers' lives more convenient and safer. Our first mission is clean mobility. We want to create a better environment, making a lasting change that will benefit people today and generations to come. Environmental pollution has reached a critical point, requiring global cooperation to halt climate change and address air quality in our cities. Hyundai Motor's entire value chain, from production to products, is eco-friendly. For example, Hyundai Steel's indoor storage facilities protect the environment from iron ore dust. And we have a production facility that captures solar energy, making them more eco-friendly and sustainable. As for products, we have intensified the development of eco-vehicle, achieving class-leading fuel economy across our entire lineup. Not only for green cars, but also for models with internal combustion engine. In addition, some of our eco-friendly vehicles use environmentally friendly biomaterials as well as biopaint that contains sugarcane and vegetable oil. I'm very proud to say we now have the technology required for a spectrum of green cars, hybrid, plug-in hybrid, electric, and fuel cell. As you are aware, Hyundai Motor was the first automaker to mass produce a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle, the Tucson fuel cell. This model has been sold in 17 countries, including here in US, as well as in Germany, UK, and Australia. We have kept up the momentum with the recently launched Hyundai Ioniq, the world's first and only model with a 3 electrified powertrains hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and electric. In the US, the Ioniq Hybrid is the most fuel-efficient car ahead of all other internal combustion and hybrid cars. Moreover, eco-minded drivers have welcomed the news that the Ioniq Electric has been rated as the most efficient electric car by EPA. Looking ahead, we will launch 14 or more models by 2020, including 5 hybrid models, 4 plug-in hybrids, and 4 electric cars, and 1 fuel cell electric vehicle. What's important is that we are fully ready to deliver every type of eco car that consumers want around the globe. All our eco cars will be highly fuel efficient, and we will not compromise on driving dynamics and performance. We call this balance of attributes green performance. In 2018, we will launch a new generation hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. It will be a completely new SUV model based on a new platform developed especially for fuel cell technology. This new model will also boost the latest in the car technologies, including our newest advanced driver assistance system, all of which will underline our technological leadership. We plan to announce more detail of this fuel cell vehicle within the next few months. So stay tuned and watch this space. Our second mission is to provide freedom in mobility, freeing the driver from all constraints and limitations under the safest possible conditions. Our R&D teams are developing intelligent safety features that take account of driving conditions and respond to any new situation that a passenger, a pedestrian, or another driver may create. As a matter of fact, we have already realized one of our dreams for mobility with our Ioniq autonomous concept, which was introduced at the LA Auto Show last year. We have one of these concepts at our booth, and as you leave CES, you may see 2 of these cars operating autonomously in the Las Vegas boulevards. We don't believe that the future has to appear unfamiliar and unfamiliar and alien, and so we deliberately made the ionic autonomous concept appear like any normal ionic. We have branded it to alert you to the fact this is no ordinary car. Some of you here today have already experienced these new hybrid motor technologies. We are passionate about learning and improving, so I would be very excited to hear your feedback. Rather than developing prototype vehicles, Hyundai Motor is currently focusing on developing self-driving technologies that can be commercialized in mass production cars. Our self-driving cars will be readily available and at the same time affordable. That means more customers can enjoy the latest advanced in safe mobility. The third important element of our human caring vehicle is connected mobility. We believe that in the near future, the majority of new vehicles on the market will be connected. The connected car will not only be used as a means of transportation, it will become a hub that connects with everything around you. Your car will be connected with other cars, your house, your office, and even the wider urban environment. The connected car will facilitate a new lifestyle that are more convenient and linked seamlessly to the world around us. Anticipating this connected era, Hyundai Motor is directing investments and resources to develop the hyper-connected intelligent car, a vehicle that will connect even more effectively with our customers' lives. This ambitious evolution of our offering requires collaboration with the new world's biggest and the best technology companies to position Hyundai Motor at the pinnacle of technological development. One of our partners is global IT leader Cisco, which is working with us to enhance our automotive networks. Shortly, we will share details of our collaboration with Cisco and our vision of the hyper-connected intelligent vehicle together with Mr. Peters from Cisco. In addition to these major technology collaborations, we will enable our vehicles to interact with the Internet of Things, infrastructure, other vehicles, and even our homes and workplaces. At this year's CES, you will see an exciting Space of Living project, which shows Hyundai Motor vision for future mobility. You can explore our smart house, which can communicate with your car, blurring the line between home, work, and transportation. In many countries, it is traditional at the start of a new year to make resolutions to things we commit to doing and exciting new challenges we create to change our own lives and those of others. I give you my word that Hyundai Motor will always pursue a challenging vision for future mobility. We will intensify our R&D investment with a focus on disruptive, innovative technologies to provide clean, safe, and connected vehicles. We will continue to work with leading global companies, creating new and innovative solutions for future mobility. Now, I'd like to introduce Dr. Wang, Executive Vice President of Hyundai Motors R&D Center, to explain more about our connected car developments with Cisco. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Chung. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you here in Las Vegas. My name is Seung-ho Hwang. I'm in charge of connected car development for Hyundai Motor Company. For us, the autonomous driving car, connected car, and eco-friendly car are three core pillars to lead the advancement of future mobility. Today, I will explain about Hyundai Motor's vision for connected car. For the past several years, Hyundai Motor has proactively prepared for the era of connected car. We have developed a broad range of in-house technologies and platforms. From big data and the cloud to software platform development, we now have vast capabilities through teams dedicated to these areas. Moreover, as part of these steps, we have accelerated our development of connected car technologies in addition to strengthening the open innovation framework. We recently formed a partnership with Cisco to lay the foundations for the area of connected cars. Since April last year, both companies have worked jointly on comprehensive areas of development encompassing core technologies such as vehicle networking, connected car platforms, including connected car security technologies. The collaboration has worked well, and soon we will be able to showcase unprecedented breakthrough in technological developments. Today, we are introducing the direction of our development work with Cisco, and we hope that you will be able to understand what Hyundai Motor Company and Cisco envision for the future of connected cars. With this, I would like to introduce you to an executive member from Cisco who is leading the development of our connected car program. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. James Peters as we invite him to the stage. Mr. Peters, it's a great pleasure to see you again here. Many are curious to know more about the collaboration between Hyundai Motor and Cisco and what the outcome of our collaboration will be. Can you set out some details of our joint work on connected vehicles?
Thank you, Dr. Wong, and thank you for the opportunity to discuss the partnership between our two companies. Cisco is committed to collaborating with Hyundai, and we're already taking the first meaningful steps together on a hyper-connected car. Expertise in networking, security, and IoT technologies are all necessary ingredients to create connected cars capable of delivering a safer, better driver experience for customers. Connected cars are already becoming the norm, and Cisco is committed to enabling this industry. To that end, Cisco has established a dedicated connected car team. Cisco's experience in IoT is helping to deliver better experiences in connected cars today, while also helping to design the vehicles of the future. You will see some examples of this in the Hyundai booth, where we're showcasing the integration of the car in the home, as well as taking service to a whole new level with predictive maintenance and autonomous driving to and from service locations. Cisco looks forward to a bright future with Hyundai.
Thank you, Mr. Peters. At Hyundai Motor, we have developed a dedicated operating system and open source-based cloud platform for connected car. This provides various connected car services and can process large volumes of car data. We are already upgrading and expanding our technology alongside boosting the capabilities and reliability. Based on these technological developments, we will be in a position to offer customers flexible and expandable connected car applications. We are convinced that further synergies will be created as we combine Hyundai Motor's connected car platforms with Cisco's network technology. The collaboration between Hyundai Motor and Cisco will provide a golden opportunity for us to take the next step forward on developing new state-of-the-art connected car technology that does not exist today. On this, Mr. Pierce, can you tell us about the developments Cisco and Hyundai have worked on so far?
Yes, thank you. Cisco is committed to enabling connected car services with security to enhance driving experience while increasing safety. This requires an in-vehicle network architecture with internet protocols and technology for flexibility, for scalability, performance. We understand that security is critical to our customers, and Cisco provides robust security to address many connected car attack surfaces. We're also providing cloud-based security, policy management, application enablement, and orchestration. Cisco is pleased to be able to showcase a first look at this hyper-connected car platform with Hyundai.
Thank you. Across our CES displays, you can see the technologies that we have developed in collaboration with Cisco, as well as the future concept of the connected car foreseen by Hyundai Motor and Cisco. Right now, Hyundai Motor and Cisco's team are preparing for the next round of technological advancements. These will include a service that connects vehicles with the Internet of Things, enhanced functionalities and capabilities via over-the-air personalization and customization of cloud-based connected cars. Just look around our exhibition booth to see some of these developments envisioned through our concept cars and demonstrations. In addition, to realize the full spectrum of connected car services, we are developing an advanced vehicle network and our own in-vehicle operating system and cloud platform. Finally, Mr. Pierce, are there any other aspects that you would like you to draw attention to at the CES exhibition?
Yes, thank you. IP, Ethernet, security, IoT technologies are all critical components for delivering the connected car driving experience for customers. This industry is evolving faster than ever, and leading the next wave of change requires a flexible in-vehicle network that can evolve to provide full autonomy for more advanced assisted and automated services. Many in-vehicle systems connected to various external IoT devices exist today, and it's very important to have a reliable communication system that also has a high level of security. Cisco has deep expertise in connectivity and security, and we are excited to join forces with Hyundai to enable the connected car experience of the future.
I urge all of you to visit the Hyundai Motor booth to look at our connected car collaboration with Cisco and experience the future of the connected car. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Hyundai.
Thank you, Dr. Huang and Mr. Peters. Our rapid developments in connected car technology will speed our progress in a number of areas, especially autonomous vehicles. Last November, during Automobility LA, we introduced our autonomous Ionic concept. As you saw, we are currently testing it on public roads here in Las Vegas. And as you can see, the autonomous Ionic concept is a normal car, not a science project. It is a great-looking sedan based on Hyundai's new Ionic platform. Although it has additional test equipment and screens for engineers to use, the core hardware is well integrated into the Ionic platform. Except for the self-driving part, the autonomous Ionic looks and performs like a production car. So how'd we do it? Hyundai's autonomous development strategy was to build a system that met all safety and performance requirements without being overly complex. We also wanted our system to be on the one the average buyer could afford. One of Hyundai's key differentiators is that we believe in democratizing technology to make it widely available to more customers. Autonomous tech is no exception. We don't think you should have to hit the jackpot in Vegas or spend $100K on a self-driving car. Hyundai Motors' autonomous Ionic platform uses sensors from our highly regarded advanced driving assistance system called Hyundai SmartSense. HSS is a technology suite with semi-autonomous functions that are precursors to full automation. The suite includes automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, vehicle stability management, blind spot detection, forward collision warning, and more features that are available and are standard on the production Ionics as well. In addition, the front-mounted stereo cameras and LiDARs are used for fully autonomous driving capability. As we evolve and integrate these functions with the rest of the autonomous system, we're developing proprietary software that minimizes computing power requirements. This allows us to keep overall vehicle power consumption very low. It's especially important when mating the autonomous platform to an alternative powertrain like the Ionic electric vehicle, where energy efficiency is critical. The lower complexity of our system results in higher efficiency, which means we can deliver it at an affordable price point, keeping these systems within the reach of the average consumer. Of course, there's still many challenges to overcome before autonomous systems will replace daily driving. Customer acceptance, regulatory issues, insurance concerns, and of course, even more. But the promise of autonomous vehicles is a world free of collisions and driving stress, and we're rapidly developing technologies to fulfill that promise. In the meantime, we're continuing to develop technologies that elevate the driving experience, decrease operator stress, and improve the driver's well-being while on the road. Hyundai Motors' efforts to promote well-being began simply enough with our development of the world's first interior CO2 sensor for vehicles. The sensor detects the buildup of CO2 in the cabin and automatically introduces fresh air to keep the driver alert. We've taken that concept much further. Our Silicon Valley think tank, Hyundai Ventures, has partnered with renowned global design company IDEO. They envision a vehicle that will help drivers foster optimum health and mental attitude while behind the wheel. The concept vehicle is equipped with an array of biometric sensors that monitors and analyzes heart rate, breathing, driver fatigue, emotional state, and more. The vehicle can provide useful health information, create different pre-programmed moods, and can react accordingly to what the embedded sensors tell it. For example, when the sensors notice that the driver is agitated, the vehicle will release a choreographed burst of outputs, a soothing accent, relaxing music, and calming ambient light to reduce driver stress levels. If the driver is tired, the vehicle could automatically reduce the cabin temperature and adjust the seat to offer more energizing posture. We believe that a more focused and health-conscious driver is a safer one, and we're intent on making the customer's experience in our vehicles an engaging and an important part of their overall well-being. Along with our vision to become a full-range mobility provider, we're also studying how people might conveniently travel short distances without a car. Meet the Ionic scooter. This clever solution evolved from Project Ionic, our long-term research and development effort to offer customers complete freedom in mobility. Developers working on Project Ionic recognize that EV customers in dense urban environments might not have convenient or affordable access to parking or charging stations where they live or work. So they created a mobility solution to assist customers with the first and last mile of their journey to and from their car. The Ionic scooter is compact and lightweight for easy maneuvering. Its one-touch folding structure makes it easy to use and store. It can quickly be folded up and recharged inside the Ionic Electric. As you can see, Hyundai engineers are quite focused on how to best improve a customer's experience, both inside and outside our vehicles. But mobility can mean many things besides transportation. Sometimes getting from point A to point B involves doing something that most of us take for granted. It might be as simple as getting up out of a chair, climbing stairs, or moving heavy objects across a room. According to a 2010 census study, more than 30 million people in the US alone have difficulty walking or climbing stairs. An additional 3.6 million use a wheelchair. Our final mobility solution on display at Hyundai Motors CES booth is designed for people like these, whose mobility is severely limited, or those who need assistance accomplishing everyday tasks. For them, mobility freedom represents something fundamental. Hyundai seeks to address this pressing social need with an array of wearable robots, exoskeletons that have the ability to give mobility back to people who would otherwise not be able to experience it. At CES, we're presenting 3 different kinds of wearable robots. The first is the HUMA, which stands for Hyundai Universal Mobility Assist. HUMA provides assisted mobility support for the elderly in daily life and creates assistive torque to anyone with limited muscular power, allowing them to easily move in their bodies. The second wearable robot is HWEX, which stands for Hyundai Waist Exoskeleton. It provides upper body and hip support to prevent back injuries for workers lifting heavy objects. The third robot is the HMEX, short for Hyundai Medical Exoskeleton. HMEX gives patients with lower spinal cord injuries the ability to walk on their own. Dr. Jongjin Hyun is one of HMEX's lead developers. Please give him a warm welcome. Thank you for coming today, Dr. Hyun. Please tell us about the medical exoskeleton you're wearing right now.
This is Hyundai Medical Exoskeleton, aka HMAX, which is able to provide full spectrum mobility to paraplegics and other people with disabilities. It can move for them, enabling them to sit down, stand up, walk on level ground, and even climb upstairs and downstairs.
Hyundai Motor is well positioned to study developing robotic technologies like these because of our work on autonomous vehicles. Can you tell us more about that?
As auto manufacturer, we have a large amount of expertise in developing and manufacturing mechatronics devices. Sensors, actuators, batteries, and other devices are key components, especially for autonomous vehicles. For making autonomous vehicle reliable, it is indispensable to recognize environment, process large amount of data, and properly react. The same thing is for robotics. So, thus, we want to bring out synergy in the development of both technology together. As we strive for making autonomous vehicle reliable, we have overcome or solved many of the hurdles to make this exoskeleton be safe, be functional for people with disabilities.
So Hyundai Motors' expertise in robotics is matched by our expertise in manufacturing and volume production. Can you talk a little bit about that?
That is our most exciting part for me. We have skills, capability to produce this exoskeleton in sufficient quantity to truly make a big difference in human society. Also, as we continue to make a progress on this technology, we envision being able to provide this exoskeleton to consumers at affordable prices.
This is such a fascinating time in the field of robotics at Hyundai. We're finally realizing the promise of robots to help people achieve true freedom and mobility. Dr. Hyun, we look forward to seeing what your team is able to do with these technologies coming up. Thank you very much for coming here today.
Thank you.
The last of our devices we showed were all about getting our customers to and from their cars. So we thought, what if the transition between home and transportation were seamless? What if we could combine elements of your car and your house so they became one space? Ladies and gentlemen, please take a look at the Hyundai Mobility Vision concept.
The day might come soon enough when you experience this very special seat. It helps you work wherever you are. It leaves memories you shared with your loved ones. Even the unexpected fun, like this one. It keeps those things you want right beside you. And other times, it pretends like it's not even there. It makes sure you don't miss what's important. It knows that fun is more fun with some music. And this seat can take you anywhere. Mobility Vision, presented by Hyundai Motor Company.
Hyundai.
In this concept, you could step into a designated area of your house, your home office, for example, and when you're ready to go somewhere to a meeting or an appointment, your mobile chair would transport you inside an autonomous vehicle that is literally attached to your home. The car is moving, but you and the other passengers would travel in complete comfort and safety without even experiencing the sensation of movement. You could reach your destination without interruption or inconvenience, allowing you to be productive throughout the trip. This concept on display in the Hyundai booth is both autonomous and fully connected. It's in constant communication with the infrastructure and other cars on the road. Think about it. With all the cars communicating in harmony, you may never need to stop what you're doing or be out of touch with your family or your office. Your point of origin, means of transportation, and destination would be seamlessly linked. As our world grows even more connected, a future mobility solution like this may be closer than any of us imagine. Our R&D teams are working on such concepts right now, today. Hyundai Motors' goal at CES 2017 is to show you our broad vision for future mobility. You'll see all these technologies we've talked about today at the Hyundai booth in the North Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center. Please stop by. We have many terrific engineers and product specialists available to demonstrate and explain each of these technologies. And we'll be here for the next few minutes to answer any immediate questions you might have. Thank you all for coming to our press conference. Press kits are available just outside the room, and PR representatives from Korea, the US, the UK, and Europe are here to help with any questions you have. We'll see you at the show, and I hope you're just as enthusiastic as we are about the future of personal mobility. Thank you.
Well, hi, I'm Bridget Carey with Jeff Bakalar at the CNET stage at the Las Vegas Convention Center, and Hyundai just ended its big CES press conference. Brian Cooley and Scott Stein are going to be back here tomorrow afternoon. For now, you got us. And, well, I hope you're still awake, because, you know, Hyundai, they might not be that exciting, but they saved some good stuff for the end, at least.
I thought the end was really interesting.
Yeah.
They were talking about exoskeletons and helping people who have mobility issues using robots. That was actually kind of fantastic.
I think robots are obviously one of the big things everyone's talking about, so here you have a wearable robot and exoskeletons. That was actually very useful, you're right.
It's kind of amazing. And then, oh man, did they really do a strange thing at the end.
And for our final note, the car inside your home.
Yeah, they're talking about how everyone's upset about the barrier between the car and their house, because that's now your house is your car a little bit in this amazing sort of concept that they have.
The car seat is very comfortable, but I don't see it as like jump in like a Jetsons kind of thing. Let me just jump in my pod and go.
It was very, it looked like Minority Report.
Yeah.
Where his car was attached to his apartment. Really cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, Intel's up next. I don't know if they're going to be, I mean, they're usually futuristic, but are they going to be like car in your house futuristic?
I don't think they're going to go that route, especially because they don't make cars, but I think we heard a little rumor that there's like a really big push for VR. They've been talking a lot about their emerging VR and their hybrid sort of like AR, VR, I forget exactly what they call it, but you got to imagine they're going to lean into that a lot at their press conference. And like I said, we heard a little rumor that they're setting up some kind of massive demo space for people to try out what looks like a headset or something new that they're about to debut.
Yeah, there was a tweet of all these chairs and like VR headsets and just like a massive setup for people to try out. So something with VR is that they have in mind.
Yeah, I mean, Intel has to do that because people aren't too psyched about their new chips that they just kind of released. The reviews are coming out right now. So they definitely have to maybe pivot in a direction that will excite people in the way that these new chips have not. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, they always try to excite with different things. Remember last year they had like bikers like jumping around and
They
stuff.
did.
So, you know, maybe they have something up their sleeve to be exciting. But Intel's up next. And we had to take a quick break, but we're going to roll a few cool first look videos of new products. So stay with us.
Amazon's Echo is everywhere. It's the current standard for smart home assistants thanks to its easy-to-use and surprisingly good voice-controlled personality named Alexa. Now, the Echo is made by Amazon, but Alexa herself is slipping the bonds of corporate exclusivity and turning up in a handful of other products. One of them is the new Lenovo Smart Assistant featuring Amazon Alexa. It's not a very catchy name, but one look will tell you that this is clearly modeled very closely on the Echo. It's a tall, cylindrical device. It looks a lot like the Echo. It's got a little bit of the coloration of something like the Google Home. The top half is one color. It can have a different colored woven bottom in gray or green or orange. Now, like the Echo, it uses Alexa, the cloud-based smart assistant in the Echo. It even uses the Alexa smartphone apps. You can see they're very, very similar. It's actually a little bit less expensive, $129 in the US versus $179 for the standard Echo. But if you want an upgraded version, there's a Harman Kardon edition that will be $179 in the US, and that will hopefully give you some of the better audio that the Amazon version, the original Echo, is said to lack. You can find the Lenovo Smart Assistant coming in May.
Falcon Wemo gadgets are an excellent starting point for the smart home, and this year they've got two new devices coming out to market. First up is the Wemo Mini. This is a smaller version of the original Wemo plug that you'll plug in and then plug something else in behind it. You'll then be able to automate that device or turn it on and off remotely from your phone or by using this handy little button here. Next up is this Wemo dimmer switch. This is a long-awaited light switch that's going to be an upgrade to the original Wemo light switch. That original one couldn't dim the lights, it just turned them on and off. This one can dim them up and down using that capacitive slider or the controls on your phone. You can also long press on the button to get automated control over all of your Wemo gear or to trigger in away mode that'll make people think you're home when you're not. The new Wemo Mini is going to debut for $35. It's already up for pre-order. That Wemo dimmer switch comes later in the year, and it should be somewhere between $50 and $100. We'll see when it lands this summer.
Not everyone has a computer hooked up to their main living room home theater setup, but maybe they should. It's a great way to get high-end PC gaming on a big screen. It makes it easy to stream a lot of content, and of course it's the best way to set up virtual reality in a big living room space. But the problem has always been, how do you drive that computer? Whether it's a mini desktop or a big gaming tower, you could get a standard wireless keyboard and put it on your lap, or I've tried a gyroscopic mice. Nothing really works that seamlessly. That's why I really like the idea of the Lenovo 500. It's a multimedia controller that looks like a combination of a tiny PC keyboard and an oversized old-fashioned BlackBerry keyboard. The big difference between this and other wireless keyboards is that it's the standard QWERTY keyboard, but the entire surface doubles as a touchpad. There's no separate touchpad. How does it work? Well, you click down on the keys to type as you normally would, but then you just swipe your finger over the actual keys without pressing down on them to use the touchpad. It's small enough you can hold it in both hands, and your thumb should be able to reach all the keys while you're typing. swiping. And then you can use one finger for a standard mouse input, use two fingers as a tap for a right click as opposed to a left click. And then you can even do 2 and 3 finger gestures like scrolling. It feels and works very much like a traditional touchpad. You just have to get used to the feeling of the raised keys under your finger. There's a little curve on the back to make it easier to pick up from a flat surface like a coffee table, and they say it should work from about 65 feet away. It's a clever idea that addresses a problem that to date does not have a definitive solution. Touchpadding by swiping over the keyboard, it's a little hard to get used to, but I got better at it the more I tried, so I'm looking forward to testing this out some more. The Lenovo 500, it's expected in March for $54 in the US. Lenovo has always been a bit of a stealth force in PC gaming. For years, the company has turned out some very good gaming laptops and desktops. They got a little bit of gamery flair, good performance, and generally good prices. But at CES 2017, Lenovo is rebranding its whole gaming line, hoping to make it more of a player in the high-end boutique gaming space. The new name is Legion. Inspired by Roman legions, and it's launching with 2 new laptops, the Y720 and the Y520. Of those, I think the 17-inch 720 is the more interesting. You get higher-end graphics options with it. It's the first Windows laptop with built-in Dolby Atmos, which is a surround sound ecosystem for positional content. But my favorite feature on that Y720 is the integrated Xbox One wireless receiver. If you want to plug an Xbox controller into a regular laptop, you need that big, chunky Xbox controller dongle that really doesn't work half the time and just sticks out from the side. Building in the receiver, which is something we've only seen on a very small handful of laptops, I think it's a big, cool extra feature. The 720 is going to be available in April, starting at $13.99 in the US, while the 15-inch Y520, which misses some of these other high-end features, is coming in February, starting at just $8.99.
This is Curry, and it wants to be your friendly home robot companion. It's the first product from Mayfield Robotics, a startup from Bosch. When I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be sort of like an Alexa taped to a robot vacuum. But what Curry tries to do, and where it tries to separate itself, is with personality. It looks at you, it smiles with its eyes, it has a number of different greetings that are called, wait for it, Romojis. Curry can follow you around, it can respond to voice commands, you can have it patrol your home and take pictures if there's anything out of the ordinary. If your dog's on the couch, Curry's gonna understand context, send you an alert, and you can use the speakers in Curry to yell at your dog. It also has a 4 microphone array, so it can hear you and know where you're talking from, and then look at you when you give a command. In an extra bit of coolness, Curry actually uses lasers to help it map your house, so it can know where rooms are and not run into objects on the way. Curry's all about the personality, all about the adorableness. It can also do podcasts. It can also sync up with IFT. So hopefully in the future, you'll be able to do a lot of smart home functionality. I'm still hoping for some Alexa-like use here to help justify the $700 price tag. And it's gonna be out by December of 2017. By the time it launches, I'm hoping for a bit more smart home functionality and a few more voice commands. But for the time being, I can attest it's got the adorable part down.
Hey, we're here at CES, and we've come across what I think is the first smart shower. It's made by the company Monin, and it's called the U, like the letter U. What this is a smart connected shower. It has a digital interface that connects over Wi-Fi to your phone. You can have up to 12 different presets, and each preset could be for a different user. So, for example, I can set the temperature of the water I want. I can even set a timer for children on the water. I can even set a little alarm to remind me how long I've been in the shower. 2 of those hard presets are actually on the physical interface. The other 12 are within the app. Another really cool feature is the remote activation. So if I'm getting up in the morning, I can actually just tap on my preset and the shower can start warming up before I even step into the bathroom. Once the shower warms up to the temperature you want, it will actually stop the water flowing until you're in it. So you're not wasting all that water waiting for it to get to the temperature you want. So the price on this thing, there's basically the digital interface with 2 buttons or 2 presets, and that's going to cost $1,160 US. But there's also a digital interface with 4 preset buttons that will cost $2,200. Both of them come with the digital valve that actually controls the hot water and the temperature. If you think about it, this is one of the more useful ways of connecting your home to your technology. And it's all about creating a personal experience for you and giving you a delicious and fun shower.
Bloomlife is this really interesting wearable that attaches to the front of your belly if you're a pregnant woman and basically tracks the muscle movements. It will tell you when you're having contractions and if they are contractions that you don't really need to worry about that are pre-labor, or if they're actually signaling that you're going into real labor. Now, Bloomlife isn't FDA approved, and so that means it's not going to give you any kind of diagnostic information. It's not going to give you anything more than you would get with a normal stopwatch, measuring the time between contractions and the length of contractions to know whether they're actually leading up to labor. So because of its price tag of $149 plus a slowly diminishing fee every month after that for the continued service of the app and the customer service, it really isn't a very economical choice to buy.
The dream of flying in a metal exoskeleton. CES is full of all sorts of strange experiments, and Hypersuit is the sort of thing you'd expect to see. Designed as a type of arcade attraction or something to be used in public spaces, Hypersuit is a giant metal device that connects with HTC Vive or Oculus Rift to create a feeling of mechanized motion. I tried it out. It is hard to control, but does definitely feel at times like I'm banking around with giant metal wings. Crazy, but that was the whole idea. The team wanted to live a dream, and this is what the product is. Hypersuit wants to make full metal exoskeletons next, meaning leg motion as well. Imagine hopping into a giant mechanized robot in VR at your local mall. Maybe that'll happen. My brief time in Hypersuit was spent circling over polygon-style planes and going through glowing rings, trying to bank around and get around the clouds and over mountains. I found that my right wing was a little more effective than my left wing. Maybe that's muscle control and my own muscle tone. Maybe it's the suit. I couldn't tell. But by moving your hands together, you could dive and lower. By pulling them back, you could raise. And you could also bank your arms left and right. It looked like I was doing some sort of robotic Tai Chi on a massage table.
Welcome back to the CNET stage, live from CES. Intel's up next to present, but there are a few interesting twists this year, it seems.
Yeah, just a little bit.
One of them being, well, the fact that, for the past couple of years, they have delivered the show's opening keynote, and they have all these flashy tech demos, and this year, it's NVIDIA that's doing the big headlining keynote. So now you have both of these chip makers competing head-to-head with presentation tonight, but Intel goes first in the next few minutes, and they might have something interesting in store because everyone who's sitting down to watch it is being given a barf bag.
Yeah, we talked about how they might be teasing their merged reality stuff, but check out some of the photos we've been able to pull up on Twitter a few minutes before their press conference actually starts. So what you're looking at here is dozens and dozens of reclining sort of lazy boy seats with what looks like an Oculus Rift attached to some kind of high-end laptop. Now, in the center of those seats, if you can't tell, yeah, those are barf bags. Those are barf bags because in the future, you're going to be barfing a lot.
CES 2017, sponsored by Dramamine.
I don't know. That's fine. Now, Bridget, I know we're in Las Vegas, so we probably have to make a few bets. How many people at the Intel press conference are going to hurl?
How many people?
What's the over-under?
God.
I'm going to say 15.
How awful must it be that, in their presentation, they have to actually think about, this as a factor?
Yeah.
Oh, we want to woo the media, and we might get them sick. That's where we're going now. That is the boundary. And also, how many people are just not going to wear this? They're going to probably put it on, but you don't have to keep it on the whole time. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, every time I've done VR, I the first 5 seconds I felt a little queasy, and then I kind of power through. But for someone who's never done it before, and this being their first experience, and they have to work too. People aren't here to really have a good time. They have to work and blog and do whatever they have to do. So having to deal with the possibility of spewing is kind of It's kind of
I can't believe we're
troublesome.
talking about spewing.
We are
as
because
we're
they
talking
did
about
this.
it.
Because they did this. They have the barf bags. I'm telling you.
There are choices you make, and
Right.
they have made a choice, I guess.
It's
right?
clear. It is clear. They said, look, we're going to juggle with the possibility of people throwing up at our press conference. We're comfortable with that.
And this is what they do now to impress us. Forget last year's, BMX bikers.
No.
Now you do the flips.
All right. Well, here we go. Intel is around the corner. I bet you're excited. If you have a comment, though, about this press conference as it's going on, do us a favor. Be sure to tweet us using hashtag CNET at CES. It's right there. Right here. We're going to read some comments after the event wraps up. But for now, we're going to send you to Intel's presser. They might not be ready yet, so you're going to have to wait. Apparently, they're not ready just yet. Typical Intel, always fashionably late to the party. They've run out of barf bags.
Oh,
yeah.
This is.
That's what I'm hearing. Classic Intel. What a problem.
We talk about virtual reality being a big topic of the show because we're trying to see where it goes next.
Yeah.
These are like incremental improvements every CES. So now it's all about the experience. I mean, we saw before in the break Scott riding this robot,
You
table.
could call it riding.
It's a table machine.
Sure.
Everything looks awkward because it's about, hey, what if we take virtual reality and make it a little different by making you have a ride or
Right.
something? And so what are you doing now? Like, is the next step in virtual reality making it so like it's an immersive experience and I'm in a chair that moves, or is it making it smoother so you don't need the barf bag?
Yeah, I don't know. You bring up a good point because my thing with VR right now is that it's too clunky and cumbersome. I want to put glasses on. I want to not have to realize that I'm doing a thing to,
Right, you don't want
to
your nose-
enter VR.
Right, you feel the weight after some time.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I remember last year, I'm pretty sure it was an event between CESs where they introduced, I don't know if it was a proprietary kind of VR headset that they were talking about, but now it looks like they're aligning with Oculus, right? That's what we saw in these photos here. That does appear to be a Rift headset along with the touch sensors. So, I mean, they're really going all in.
And they want the people not just to watch, but they want everyone to hold on to their handsets because they have, in the pictures you can see, like the Oculus,
the touch
controllers.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to
So
imagine.
is this going to be an interactive press conference? Are we going to be missing out here? Are they going to see something that we can't see? Or can we get a footage of how everyone's reacting and who's using the barf bag?
Look, no offense, Intel. I'm super, super stoked about your press conference, but I want to see what's going on with the people who are experiencing the VR. I hope there's like a steady ISO cam on that room where we can just see, every now and then you'll see someone get up and run away. That would be okay. I wouldn't be upset with that.
It'd be real. And you know what? They got to keep it real.
Yeah, like we said before, Intel's in a little bit of a weird spot. They had a very lukewarm reception of their latest processing line that came out. What are they going to do here that really not necessarily turns it all around? They're not a company that's in trouble, but as of late, it hasn't been the best reception to what they've been putting out.
How many times can you talk about, like, our chips can do something with healthcare? Okay, great, we're monitoring that. I understand that. What is the next step? Another thing that was last year, a lot of talk about what you can do with their technology in the workplace, having augmented reality, like, I have to fix this pipe. We put on the headsets and I can see exactly what's wrong. That's part of their mixed reality. So those are the practical things. But have we progressed enough that they're going to wow us, or did they need to give everyone an Oculus just to make people feel like something is happening this year?
And it's a good point you brought up about merging the AR and the VR. Oculus is a VR-only sort of apparatus, so where is the AR, where's that merged reality sort of campaign that they've been pushing? Where's that going to come into play with this entire experience? I don't know if we have... I wish we could just talk to somebody as it's going on, but I don't think we have that set up for right now. But yeah,
you didn't expect this.
This is not normal. I feel like outlets maybe wouldn't send the same person they're sending if they knew this in advance. Be like,
we should have sent a poet.
or someone who could handle this kind of balance trauma or something like that.
Somebody went to space camp.
Someone who's been in like a centrifuge before.
Yeah.
They could handle it. But we're still waiting for the Intel press conference to start. Again, tweet us using CNET at CES, that hashtag. You see it. We had it up and it's bright back there again. Use CNET at CES and we will read your comments because I'm sure you're going to have plenty to talk about during what we can only imagine will be a circus of a press conference. So that's coming up any minute now. We are patiently waiting for the fine people at Intel to get going.
No, and yeah, like we said earlier, like this is normally the big keynote that kicks off everything, the last one, but they're not last this year.
Right.
It's going to be NVIDIA.
So I wonder, like, if this stalling is like them, pushing buttons. Like, I wonder what the politics are of it all, right? Yeah. Well, in my ear, I'm hearing some interesting things, some suggestions, some hypotheses of what's going on. It can't be easy to sit 400 people in a VR experience.
And you have to make
That's
sure
what we're just
everyone's
waiting.
got it fitted right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we are tech journalists. You would
Sure.
hope that people were going in not afraid to dive in. But there's going to be some people who are like, I don't understand how to put it on. I have glasses. Why people with glasses? I guess you don't get to participate.
No, you can do it.
Yeah.
I don't always wear glasses, but I have PSVR. I wear it with glasses. But you're right. There's a lot of variables that come into play when you are introduced, especially for people it's their first time. There's got to be a way someone could not have to do the VR thing to experience the press conference. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Remember
Where's the regular thing? Like, are they even in Las Vegas? Is this just being broadcast from somewhere else?
Yeah, everyone just sits there and it's actually coming in from somewhere else. You remember when there was that press event where everyone put on their headsets and then Mark Zuckerberg just walked by every reporter and had no idea that he was
Pretty
there.
slick.
So I think people are not going to want to put him on just in case there's something they're going to miss.
But is Intel cool enough to pull something like that off?
We'll see.
I don't know. Again, we're patiently waiting. I'm hearing things are starting. Can we send it to Intel, please? Hopefully.
Good
There we go.
afternoon, and welcome to Intel's CES Press Day presentation. We're really excited to have you guys here today. For the next 45 minutes, Intel CEO Brian Krzanich is going to immerse you in a series of live and pre-recorded virtual reality experiences. This is the most unique and technically complex event we have ever held. So if you have experienced any technical problems during the event, please raise your hand and we do have helpers who will come and assist you. But before we get started, I want to take you through a few last-minute logistical reminders. First, please turn off the ringers to your phones. Second, right after this event, we're going to post a bunch of information, high-resolution photos and videos to Intel's newsroom. And we'll be posting additional photos and videos through the evening, including a replay of the live stream. So, and last, we've got a lot of cables on the ground, especially when you guys finish up the event and you've had your headsets on. So please take care when you leave, and please refrain from moving around the room during the event, just as a safety precaution. As I mentioned, we will have a lot of photos available on our newsroom for your use after the event. But with that, I'd like to introduce your host for today's press event, Intel CEO Brian Krzanich.
Okay, welcome everybody. I'm really excited about this afternoon. This is going to be fun, much more fun than our normal keynote or other kinds of press event. I'm really excited today. What I'm going to do today is try and show you how Intel is thinking about really the future of this kind of technology. Technology today, we believe, is extending far beyond the classic consumer electronics, and it really extending to every experience that you have today. And the real question is, okay, so what is driving these new experiences? What is driving this new technology? Well, it's no surprise that for us at Intel, we believe what's really driving these technology innovations, this new experiences, is Moore's Law. So I've been in this industry for 34 years, and I know I don't look like it. I know I look like, gosh, it must only be 33 years or something. But but no, 34 years, I've heard the death of Moore's Law more times than anything else in my career. And I'm here today to really show you and tell you that Moore's Law is alive and well and flourishing. And to do that, I could show a bunch of foils. I could show a bunch of benchmarks and other kinds of devices. But I thought best to just bring 10 nanometer Cannon Lake product on stage and let you see it live. And what we have it running right now is one of our new Intel commercials that is running on the TV right now. And so for those who are wondering, is Moore's Law alive? Is 10 nanometers going to be here? The answer is absolutely yes. And I believe Moore's Law will be well beyond my career, alive and well and kicking. This is the first time we've shown 10 nanometers live operating on a system, and we're really proud of it. We plan to ship product before the end of 2017. And as I said, we're really excited about the performance and the opportunity that this product delivers. So thank you. So, Moore's Law, alive and well. Now, one of the best examples, I believe, of this type of innovation and this technology is really around virtual reality. And that's what we're all here today, to really have an experience, and let me show you where this is headed. And with any new technology, it's always been that hardware-led software, hardware-led content. And it's almost inevitable. It almost has to be that way. The hardware has to be there. People have to believe that the experience can be real before they're willing to invest the time, the effort, the technology to develop the content. And today, we're seeing incredible amounts of content, and we're going to show you that content. But there's a unique thing about content in this kind of an experience, and that is it creates incredible, incredible amounts of data. So the estimate is that by 2020, the average person will generate about 1.5 gigabytes a day of data. And that's your tweets, your emails, your Instagrams, your Facebook posts, all of those kinds of things. Now that's up from about 650 megabytes a day today. So a little bit more than doubling, which is pretty good considering that length of time. Now, let's take a look at Intel's 360 Replay, which is playing on the screen behind me right now. This system uses 38 high-definition 5K cameras to capture volumetrically the full stadium for this soccer match. This system generates 2 terabytes a minute. 2 terabytes a minute. 2,000 times the amount of data the average person generates, this thing is generating every minute. So you can imagine a 90-minute game, a 3-hour game, the amounts of data that are really being required to have these kinds of experiences. So during this press event, we're going to take you on what we think is the center of this data explosion. We're going to have you experience some of these next-generation experiences. We're going to go on a VR journey to really illustrate how the power of compute and in this incredible content will deliver an immersive VR experience to each and every one of you. Now, today's experience is being powered by 7th gen Intel cores on systems that you have in front of you that have been supplied by a series of our partners, and you'll be viewing it on the Oculus Rift headset. And today I'm going to show you examples of how the digital and the physical worlds are merging to create these amazing experiences. Now, first we're going to take a look at the world of travel. And we're going to see how travel is changed by virtual reality. And secondly, we're going to go look at work and how work can be changed and transitioned by virtual reality. And then third, we're going to have some fun. We're going to see how play, how gaming, how other experiences can be changed by virtual reality. I guarantee you this is going to be fun. This is going to be something you're going to go home and talk about at the end of tonight. So let's begin with our travel experience. And let's think about why we travel. We travel because we want to have adventure. We want to explore areas we've never been to. We want to have experiences that we've never had. All of those things are about exploring the world around us. Now, VR makes it possible to do this, to have these experiences like you're really there, and yet be in the comfort of your living room. And I think talking about experiences like how many of us will climb Mount Everest? I doubt very many in this room will. How many of us will skydive? Maybe a few in this room. But all of us can do that using virtual reality from the comfort of our living room. So let's get right into it. Let's get right to our first virtual reality experience. It's going to be at Fisher Towers in Moab, Utah. I've actually personally been there. Now, once you put on your headsets, this will be your world. Really, I want you to, you don't have to put on your headsets yet if you don't want to. This is your world. I want you to look around. You're going to see some fellow travelers. That's what I'll call them for right now. And I really want you to get into this experience. So go ahead and put on your headsets. Make sure you have your headphones on, and we'll get started. And as a reminder, if you have any issue, just raise your hand, and one of our helpers will come by and help you out with your system.
Hello. Hey, I'm over here. Hi there. My name is Roberta Mancino. Have you ever wondered what it's like to fly like a bird high above the desert, able to look all around you in any direction? Well, thanks to Intel, you are about to find out.
We are inbound for jump run. I'll try to give you about 1 minute call from the front. Copy. Good to go. All right, we got jumpers on skids. Copy, jumpers on skids. Jumpers away, jumpers away.
Okay, here we go. Don't forget to look up. There goes Sebastian. Look at him go. Okay, we are approaching 600 feet. Let's open our parachute. What a beautiful view. I love this feeling. That was amazing.
Okay, so hopefully that's an experience that you've probably never had. I know that I'm not going to be jumping out of helicopters in a wingsuit, but we all just experience that really from a first-person point of view. And that kind of gives you a start of an example of what we're talking about here. Now, I want to take you from that, which is kind of an adventure and experience that not many of us or none of us would probably ever do, to the next generation, which is to take a look at some of the future of video and how that can impact our travel. Now, for the last 20 years, video has been basically the same. You know, we watch it on a flat screen. Some of them have started to become curved. We've been improving the resolution. We've gone, up to 4K video now. We may have 360 video where you can have a single position and you can rotate around that. But all of that's been locked from a single point of view with an individual camera. We want to take video to the next step. We want you to be able to walk around while the video is actually playing. To have that experience like you're really there, right? The video that you produce in your eyes moves with you, allows you to travel through the space. That's what would be cool with video. Well, Intel took the first step towards this type of what we call volumetric video technology with our acquisition of replay technologies, which you saw in the soccer clip earlier, which really allows you to move within the space, within a singular video concept. We found an opportunity to collaborate with another visionary in this space to bring volumetric video to more sports and other type of entertainment experiences. And to really show us and to tell us a little bit more about this and to share their vision of where this is headed, I'd like to bring the co-founder of Hype VR, Ted Schilowitz, up on stage with me. Hey, Ted.
Hey, BK, how are you?
Good. So, welcome to CES 2017.
It's pretty exciting to see so many people put on VR headsets.
Yeah, that was fun, huh?
Yeah.
So maybe you could tell us a little bit about Hype VR and the type of experience the audience is going to have next.
Absolutely. So Hype VR is a young, emerging company that's a computer vision software company. And to the point that you were mentioning about where is the future of video, where is it going, Hype VR has a very specific singular mission: to advance and evolve the concept of what video actually is at its core, to move it from that flat screen or just look around and be tacked in space world that we're in VR, but actually fully take you to where VR is going so you can actually move around and interact with that live video.
Okay, so that's going to be truly amazing. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to have the audience engage in what we believe is the world's first walk-around video experience on the Ban Yak waterfall in Vietnam. So I'd like everyone to go ahead and put on your headsets again.
Yep.
And Ted, as you walk around this beautiful experience, he's going to talk to you and walk you through the experience of it.
So as you put your headsets on, you've all seen traditional 360 video in VR where you can look around, and that's interesting, and that's sort of a first step. But now we're actually going to take you literally on a journey to Vietnam. So what I'm going to ask you to do first is look at the video around you, just like you would look at a normal 360 video, but now sort of tilt your head from side to side around that barrel there. This is in this amazing waterfall in this very remote area in Vietnam. And you can see that the water behind that barrel is like you would see in real life, like it's actually happening. Now, if you feel comfortable, sort of lean your head in and over that barrel a little bit. Like that, yeah. Just be careful with the wires, but you've got it. Some of you are really going for it, which is great. And you see how everything is changing just like it would in the actual real world? That's what's so, it's pretty amazing to watch you guys do this. Now go ahead and look everybody to the right. And you see that water buffalo there? That was literally captured live volumetrically in Vietnam. And as you move a little bit from side to side, feel free to stand up if you're comfortable, but be careful because you're tethered. And you can see the water buffalo wrangler there behind. And if you move a little bit from side to side, you see how everything changes in the world. That's because every single pixel in this scene is literally mapped in space, which of course is this massive computing undertaking to actually pull this off, what you're seeing. This is something that's never been seen, certainly at this scale with this many people. We've only seen it in our engineering labs with our engineers working on this. And it's fantastic to see you all literally doing this and taking video to the next level. That's really what's happening here.
So this is truly amazing. It's fun to watch the crowd. If we just had a way to spray water in their face, exactly. I think they'd think they were truly at the waterfall. You know, I got to imagine, as you kind of mentioned, there's an incredible amount of data involved in this experience.
Yeah, the thing as you start to look at this and notice what's going on, this is high fidelity video capture. This isn't CGI. This is not a simulation. This is really actually captured material at a very high frame rate with very high fidelity, which requires massive amounts of computing, which is why partnering with Intel is such a smart idea on both sides of this equation, because every single frame of this video is 3 gigabytes per frame as you look around it. So you can imagine the computing power that's needed, and really Intel's the only one that can help us pull this off. So,
okay, so go ahead and take your seats again. Go ahead and take your headsets off. And Ted, I just want to thank you for showing us what the future of video is.
Our pleasure. We look forward to the next step.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
So in 2017, Intel and Hype VR will be partnering to deliver this style of content really to more VR systems and to many more locations around the world. And this, you can start now to imagine, now you were confined to a seat and a tether a bit, but you can imagine in your living room to be able to walk around, view the next hotel room you're trying to go visit, or the pool at the hotel, or whatever the event is you're going to go see, or you want to see what your seats would look like from an arena. All of that's completely doable in a virtual world like this. You'd literally be able to walk around. I encourage you all to visit the Intel booth. This experience will be there, and you'll have a little bit more space to walk around, and you can really engage in the experience much, much deeper. So, as you've experienced firsthand today, we're offering a variety of ways to enjoy really what I call immersive travel. And this amazing technology, as Ted said, is, we believe, so compute intensive. It really needs a company like Intel behind it to deliver this kind of experience. But we all have to get up during the week at least and go to work every day. So I think it'd be good if we take a look now at how we can do virtual reality and work, and really how can it affect or impact our work environment. Now, for years, people have performed dangerous work tasks every day. We've been exploring innovative ways that technology can eliminate the human risk in that process. And you can think about all the dangerous work environments and difficult ones, pipeline inspections or tower inspections and electrical inspections, all of those kinds of things. Well, today I'm going to make you all solar panel inspectors, okay? Now this is a solar panel array that has to be inspected regularly, which means a person needs to go out and inspect these individually. And that can be both time-consuming, it can be very costly, and this one happens to be out in the desert of Nevada, so it can be very dangerous to be out there for extended periods of time in the heat around all of those panels. Now, drones have been used for this kind of work for some period of time, but typically what's been done is you have a single point of view. You have a single camera and you see where the drone's pointed, and you can't really look around. We're going to do two things for you today. We're going to give you 360-degree view. You'll be able to look around, inspect wherever you want to look, and it's going to be live. This is a live feed off a drone. We will be inspecting those solar panels real time. So, with for those who have done keynotes with me and all, I always take a certain amount of risk in them with live or real time. This will be one of them today. There's one other one later on where I'm going to do this, and we're going to go live, go inspect some panels, and get the direct feed from the drone. So go ahead and put on your headsets, and let's become solar panel inspectors. So, this is a power plant out in the Moapa River Indian Reservation. It covers over 2,000 acres. And it has the capacity to generate about 250 megawatts of energy, which is equivalent to powering about 100,000 homes a year. So this is a large power supply. Now, to accomplish this inspection, we've got a drone loaded with a high-resolution 4-lens Aura camera, which is 4K and gives you this 360-degree view. We also have a low-power, high-capacity compute solution on board to stitch this image together and transfer it to you here in the room. Now, you can imagine that there's all kinds of applications for this, but it's really valuable in this kind of an inspection. It improves the efficiency by reducing the amount of time. These guys can go out there and look for damage, or you can imagine we can use heat cameras instead and look for hot spots. We can keep the inspectors out of the extreme heat, and it can be done much more cost-effective and much quicker. And you can use multi-parties. We have 260 individuals inspecting these systems right now, which really you can imagine a search and rescue type environment. Okay, we're done inspecting. So my risk paid off. That was truly alive. If you go outside, that's about where the sun is right now, and that's about the number of clouds. So, drones have been used for that kind of inspection for some period of time. But again, as I said, it's not typically been live over a distance like this. It's not over 260 individuals watching it at the same time. And it hasn't given you that 360-degree view. And you can imagine a search and rescue effort where somebody's lost at sea, somebody's lost at the forest, and having 250 eyes helping search 360 degrees is going to be much quicker to find somebody than sending a bunch of people out into the field. So, all of this, we believe, is how just one example of how work can be transformed by virtual reality. Truly, we believe in these kinds of experiences for inspections, for search and rescue, for life-saving activities, for dangerous work. It can save lives, it can save money, and it can save time. And that's really the solution that we believe can bring value to the end user. Okay, so, and I have, now my second issue may not work out too well for me. We'll see. So we've seen how VR can change our view of travel and work experiences. But really, okay, that's that space. So what's next? So let's switch gears and talk about how Intel is going to transform the experience of sports and entertainment. And this, if you take a look at the internet and how the internet really exploded, sports and entertainment is what's always driven these kinds of hardware transitions. So we're going to start with how virtual reality and this whole volumetric capability is going to impact traditional sports. Now, we may have to do this twice because unfortunately this timing is just not quite perfect. But in 2016, Intel acquired a company called Voke. Now, Voke uses 6 to 8 cameras that have about 180-degree view and to deliver the depth and clarity of a true stereoscopic experience and natural viewing environment. So think of this as this system creates the same view that you would have if you're sitting in a seat. What this means is that from the comfort of your home, you can be transported to your favorite seat at a sporting event, the front row of a concert, or even behind the scenes of an awards show. Because we can really provide this in multiple locations and give you the choice of multiple advantage points. Viewers get to decide their point of view. Viewers will get to decide what seat they have. That's the future of what we believe of sports viewing. So you're going to decide, do you want to be on the 50-yard line? Do you want to be courtside at a basketball game? Do you want to be behind the basket to watch the next slam dunk? Do you want to be in the goalie's position so you can watch from the goalie's position? All of that is possible. Now, my plan is to take you to a live event right now. Unfortunately, it's halftime. So let's go ahead and at least, it looks like the players are coming back on the court, and we'll come back to this experience at the end as well. We'll have some time, but I want to give you the first experience. They're just coming back on the court to warm back up. Go ahead and put on your headsets. This is an NC2A game. It's live. It's Butler playing Villanova in Indianapolis. This is the first time something like this has ever been done. 260 people are going to go watch a live basketball game. In this case, it's the warm-ups. Now that you're in the game, and again, like I said, I'll give you some time to come back to the game at the end of this presentation. If you look up, you will see the scoreboard. So we can now see what the score of the game is. If you look to the far right, so you can see it's 31-27 go with Villanova. If you look to the far right, all the way to the far right, you'll see the conference standings. So Villanova is in first place, 2-0. If you look all the way down, you will see 2 camera views. Those will allow you to choose between those cameras. If you simply hover over the blue camera, let the dot go, you'll switch to that camera point of view. Okay? Okay, so let's back out of this experience. Go ahead and take your headsets off. I apologize. The best laid plans of CEOs, right, that I would end up right at halftime. But I'm going to give you, I do think this is a neat experience, and I want to give you guys back there. So I've got a feed to the game up here. I'll get us back towards the end of this presentation for those who want to have that live experience so that you could actually see the game live. Because without watching it live, it's really amazing. But you can see the future there. You can now watch that game from the seat that you choose. And you can put up your statistics. We can put up fantasy statistics if you're a fantasy player. You can watch the scoreboard. You really get to choose how you experience the game. Now, this was the first time Voke VR, which is the streaming methodology, has been used on Oculus Rift. It will be available on Oculus Rift later in 2017. It's available today on the Samsung Gear VR. We're broadcasting football games, football highlights, NC2A games, and there'll be a host of content coming throughout the year. Concerts, other games, soccer. We really believe that being able to experience sports like you are actually there is another great example of how VR content creation that is, has an incredible progression from where it is today to how you're going to view content in the future. In 2016, Intel launched our sports group, specifically designed at bringing this capability to you into the future. We truly believe this will revolutionize the experiences for the fans. You saw that today. For the athletes, imagine being able to watch your game from that perspective and rather than the normal highlights you normally see. And the referees, the judging. Imagine now the replays that they're able to use for understanding the game or understanding a decision being a replay from the floor, or the replay like you saw from the La Liga. We want to take this technology you just experienced and apply it to different sports around the world. In December, we had the opportunity to announce that we'll be partnering with the leading European league, La Liga, in an incredible new adventure in soccer. Intel is equipping 3 La Liga stadiums with our Intel 360 replay technology, like you saw at the beginning of this, to provide the best view of every play. This will be broadcast across 38 major channels from all over the world, starting this season. And I'm excited to say we've signed a 3-year partnership with La Liga, with future plans to expand to many other venues. This is the future of sports. This is the future of how you'll view sports. It's going to become a totally immersive experience, and you're going to have an opportunity to go to games that you'd never be able to go to before. We're really excited. So, let's shift gears to the next place, which is gaming. Now, I think gaming is really the most common application when people talk about virtual reality. And for us at Intel, you can't really talk about gaming and virtual reality without also talking about what we called merged reality. Merged reality is when you're completely untethered, no cords at all. It allows you to interact with both the virtual and the real world in a totally seamless way. And we believe this is a game changer. And it's driven by technologies that Intel has been developing, like RealSense and our Project Alloy. So Project Alloy is progressing very well. For many of you, you heard us talk about Project Alloy at our developer conference in the middle of 2016. Now, VR today requires a fairly complex setup. You have one in front of you today. It requires sensors to understand where you're at. It requires a tether back to a pretty high-performance computing. We want to simplify all of that. So let's take a look at this. This is our all-in-one merged reality system that we call Project Alloy. It's an immersive experience, and thanks to Intel RealSense technology, everything is in the headset itself. You need no other setup. You simply put this on, turn it on, and you're ready to go. On this headset, we have 2 RealSense cameras built in. We have integrated computing built into the system, vision accelerators, and the battery, all in this weight-balanced, comfortable, untethered, all-in-one headset. We believe that the future of virtual reality is here, and that the possibilities are endless for what Alloy can deliver. So this is the system, but I think it's best to actually see the system at work. So what I'd like to do right now is welcome Chuck on stage to show us just how the technology is progressing.
Hey, Brian, how's it going?
Good, Chuck. Hey, so maybe you could tell us a little bit about how Project Alloy is progressing and what's new.
So Project Alloy has made some huge strides since we last showed it at IDF. So I'd like to take a look at the room behind us here. It's like a typical living room you'd have in your house or your apartment. Now, the first thing I want you to notice, there's no sensors in that room. Those of you who have played VR before, you typically either have laser sensors in the corner or tracking cameras just like you have in tables in front of you. But with Project Alloy, we have seamless tracking built right into the headset, so no needed extra hardware. Now, also, take a look, no cables attached to them, so playing this completely untethered, they're able to move around the room freely, not tied to their computer. Now, we've already scanned the living room. You can see it on the computer, on the screen above us. So, Eli and Jan, can you start the game, and we're going to convert this living room into something a little bit more, I don't know, entertaining. So now you're going to see the sofas, the chairs, the bookcases. Those are all going to go away. We're going to get radar. We're going to get armor bunkers. We're going to get shield generators. We're going to get plasma power supplies. All that comes into the living room, making our gaming experience much more immersive. Who wants to shoot over their couch, right? So pretty soon you're going to see the walls, which were walls, those go away. Now we have a great sky view. Now we're truly in a gaming environment that took us completely out of our living room.
So now this is a gaming environment that is typical of what I'm used to.
Exactly. This is a great gaming environment, and they're able to play. Pretty soon you're going to see the spaceships coming here. They're going to shoot them down. But notice they're able to still walk around the living room. They're able to hide behind the couch, which is no longer a couch. It's now a bunker. We're able to shoot the aliens or the spaceships, and yet we have this great gaming experience in our living room, but still the room becomes part of our gaming experience.
And unlike normal virtual reality, they're able to see each other, which
Exactly.
I think is brings it immersive. It brings you in with your player, your friend.
Yeah, we're no longer isolated just in our own game by ourselves. And we also have multiple points of view. We have the overhead view, plus we have the experience of seeing it from the gamer's perspective.
Wow. Okay, thanks a lot, Chuck. This is great. I really appreciate you coming out and showing us where Project Alloy is and the progress you've made.
Thanks, Brian.
So we're genuinely excited about Project Alloy and where this takes virtual reality. It takes a lot of the questions people have about I'm isolated or how do I interact with the real world? I'm tethered. All of those things go around. It allows your surroundings to become part of the gaming. And the system can work both ways. In this case, we brought the real world into virtual world and then transformed the real world. You can also look through the system and take the real world and put a virtual world in it. So you could have taken one of those aliens and had them sitting on your couch and talking to you. Now, what many people don't know is my living room looks like that bunker. My wife just always is complaining about it all the time. So today I'm excited to announce that we're planning to productize Project Alloy by Q4 of 2017 with some of our top OEM partners. We're committed to really making Project Alloy an open platform. And as we announced in the developer conference in 2016, we're allowing anybody who wants to build on this hardware to build. We will give the instructions, the software, everything. Whatever anybody needs to build and manufacture these systems, we want to see this because we believe it really brings that creativity and those experiences to where they need to be. And it's powered by the compute. Finally, we're also excited to share that the Hype VR that we saw earlier with the travel experience at the Vietnam waterfall will be brought to the Project Alloy as well later this year. So all of the experiences, whether it's been sports or the gaming experience or the travel experiences, will all be brought to Project Alloy as well as things like the Gear VR, the traditional systems like Gear VR and Oculus and HTC. Now, seeing this demonstration is fun, and it's nice to see it up here in a controlled environment, but I'm a firm believer that, to make this system real, you really have to have your own access to it. So I'm going to invite all of you, you all have a VIP invitation to come to the Skybox on the second floor of the Intel booth on the floor at CES. You can put on Project Alloy yourself, and you can experience merged reality, real time. I think this will be the first time a large audience like this gets access to the technology. We just finished, like I said, the first development models back in the summer. You'll see how we've progressed, and there's a lot. You'll see now what we have and how far we can go by the end of this year working with our partners. Okay, so we've talked about merged reality. We've shown you how that can transform gaming and your environment. I think let's talk now into what we call more the traditional gaming. One of the most dynamic entertainment experiences out there with technology is gaming itself. And the gaming industry is capitalizing on the fastest processors, right? Gamers always want the best systems they can get their hands on. High-speed systems, immersive virtual reality experiences, that's what they're targeted. So I'd like to take another experience for you. Let's take a first-hand look at the incredible immersive quality of games specifically designed for virtual reality. Now, I'm going to show you in virtual reality a trailer of one of the hottest new games out there, Arizona Sunshine. Before you put your headset on, or if you've just put your headset on, be a little bit forewarned. This game includes zombies. It's a little gory. I enjoy it, but some people have gotten a little queasy on it. And I want you to enjoy the experience. So go ahead and put your headsets on and put your headphones on because you want to hear them. And let's watch the game trailer. Okay. So your reactions were the reactions all of us had as we watched that game for sometimes even if you watch it second or third time and you know that lady's going to leap out at you at the end, you still react like that. I want to go ahead and put up the VOC feed. Hold on to your headsets. Halftime's over. It's going to take them about 40 seconds to get it to your headsets, so hold on a second on that. I want to go back to the Arizona Sunshine for a second. You know, what you just saw was how the graphics and gameplay are taken to the next level. These are the kinds of games you're going to start seeing as the games that are really designed for virtual reality become available this year. And that's the kind of content that's really going to transform gaming. And don't worry, I'm going to give you a little bit more experience with that as well at the end of the show. Hopefully my VOC VR, okay, it's good. I just got the thumbs up. Go ahead and put your headsets on. I want you to go back to that basketball game live. Same process works. You can go up, look at the scoreboard. We'll see what the score is. 31-29, go Nova, but Bulldogs are catching up. You can look down and choose between the camera views, and you can look to the right. It's the conference standings. Likely those haven't changed since the last time you visited. But I really wanted to show you that this is a live feed. We're really watching this game. It's not that different than if you were sitting in one of those seats, depending on which camera you choose. And it really is, it gives you the experience of being there on site. I almost caught that ball. Okay, I'm going to pull you guys out because otherwise we found we watched that game for a long time whenever we watch them. You can go check online and see that that truly was a live feed, not any kind of delay or recording. And that kind of gives you the first touch of where this is headed with sports and that experience. We're already working on the T-shirt cannon that will come through virtual reality and deliver a T-shirt to your house. I'm not kidding with that. We've thought about having the in-arena experience that realistic. Imagine an Uber driver pulling up at your door and delivering you the T-shirt because your virtual headset caught the T-shirt that was shot out of the cannon towards our camera. That will be coming to your house near you. We really think that these kinds of experiences are where virtual reality is headed, where it's going, why we're excited. I wanted to give you a touch of these so that you get excited about it too. I know a lot of people are questioning, is virtual reality going to take off? Is it going to go anywhere? I hope these experiences gave you just a scratch of where it's headed. We have a lot more coming. Over the next several years, we have technologies that are just going to make this unbelievable. And we believe Intel is leading this unprecedented change and will make this vision a reality. I want to thank you for taking this journey with me today. And this has hopefully been a fun and experiential way to kick off your CES, a little bit different than the normal boring press conferences. I also want to thank our partners, Acer, Asus, Gigabyte, HP, Lenovo, MSI, Oculus, who all collaborated with us to put those systems in front of you this afternoon. I want you to enjoy the rest of CES 2017. For those who would like to play Arizona Sunshine, stay in your seat after we're done. Raise your hand. We'll have somebody come. We'll reboot the game on your system locally. We'll give you the hand controllers, and you can fight off the zombies now real time. We wanted to provide that experience so you could have a little fun as you end your day and you go on. Again, thank you very much for being here with me today, and have a fantastic CES.
Welcome back to reality. We're here at the CNET CES stage. And yeah, zombies!
How about that?
Where to begin on this somewhat sad press conference, but yet there were some glimmers of cool factors there, but the coolest thing we couldn't even see because it was the basketball game. Thanks a lot.
It didn't really have a lot of flow, that press. And it's tough. I mean, let's be honest, watching people watch VR isn't a lot of fun.
Unless someone's using the barf bag, but that didn't happen.
Right, that didn't. I mean, I think it's interesting that Intel's like, yeah, we're a VR company now. Like that's.
I guess so.
That's. I mean, to spend the vast majority of time talking solely about that.
This is a not traditional press conference.
Totally.
This was just. We care about the future of VR. During the event, I was telling you, it feels like they're forcing virtual reality down our throats. And, yes, please, this can be cool. But why didn't I feel like I was sold on that? I want to see that basketball game.
Yeah.
I
wanted to as well. And that's why we threw out our hashtag during the event there. I got a response from our own intrepid reporter, Mr. Ben Fox Rubin. I said, hey, if you could take my computer right now. I said, hey, Ben, how was that VR experience? First, he looks pretty cool there.
Oh, yeah, he looks thrilled.
We need to take a second and appreciate how cool he looks. And I said, dude, how was the basketball game in VR? And he wrote, hey, it's kind of dope.
Right.
That's an endorsement. That sounds good. Kind of dope sounds good.
Yeah.
So let's read a few others that we saw during the press conference. Forgive me, I will never pronounce this person's name correctly. But he says that Project Alloy, the fact that it's an open source, well, that's a very positive thing. And I think that is very positive. But with that said, just because something is open source doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get the kind of support that other platforms are going to get. It doesn't necessarily mean that the things you'll be able to do on Project Alloy will meet the bar of expectation that you have on Oculus and Vive and those other VR platforms.
Now, the cool things about Project Alloy, first off, they say they're expecting to come out by the end of the year. This is Intel's own, version of a VR headset. The whole experience where you're in the living room and we're going to transform the game so that your furniture becomes part of the game and it doesn't look like you're standing in front of a couch, but it looks like you're in front of some sort of,
It's smart. It sounds, on paper, it sounds really smart. I mean, again, you have to take it for what it's worth. There's some cool stuff there. It's wireless, right? That's a huge handicap that the Vive and Oculus Rift currently have, is that you are tethered to a high-end gaming PC. So if they can really make that tech work and have Project Alloy be a completely, like they said, seamless VR experience, I think you're sort of opening up the doors again and saying, hey, there's another player in that space that offers something the other guys don't necessarily offer.
That's the next step.
Right.
Because
it is.
It's like, where do we go with VR? Clearly, maybe the graphics of a zombie game, but the furniture aspect, the wireless aspect.
Right, so maybe that's the trade-off. I mean, look what we have @GamerSpin on Twitter wrote us. He said, just seen #Arizona Sunshine with Intel CES. Looks so bad. Worst thing is that Intel chose this to showcase gaming. That wasn't the best looking game I'd seen in VR, and we obviously play around with a lot of VR stuff.
I think it was a cheap. Hey, geeks like zombies. Let's give them some
we
zombies.
need another zombie game.
Yeah,
no, we don't need
they'll
that.
love that.
Is that what they sound like?
In my head, because the energy was so low.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. We are actually going to take a break, though. And when we come back, we'll set up the next press conference. That's Sony. Stay right here. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the CNET stage live at CES 2017. I'm Bridget Carey. This guy is Jeff Bacalar. And next up is Sony. And Sony's presentation is one that has potential to be exciting with a focus around entertainment. But as previous years, it also has the potential to be kind of head-scratching. Do you remember last year when they were showcasing a vinyl turntable?
Yeah, they're like brand new. Hot off the press is vinyl.
You don't know what to expect from Sony. But it is a safe bet that one of the things they're going to be talking about is televisions. TVs are going to be a big focus like every year. But I'm not sure what they're going to try to maybe pull out now to really wow us this year.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in hearing if they're going to talk more about, and again, this is selfish of me, but PlayStation 4 Pro just launched a couple months ago. The reception to that's been a little lukewarm. I want to see if they have maybe carved out more of like a definitive concrete roadmap for that system and how it takes advantage of 4K HDR technologies. You know, obviously television stuff is something they're really going to focus in on, but they're definitely good for, like you just referred to, a few wild cards, right? Like,
yeah.
Remember last year they had, was this like, maybe this is 2 years ago, where they had that LED light bulb that was also a Bluetooth speaker?
I think that was last year.
What was that?
And then before that even, they brought back the Walkman. You don't know. You don't know what Sony's going to do.
Oh, that's right. And they were like, hey, the Walkman's back. It's $4,800.
Yeah.
Again, we're going to do the tweets. So do CNET at
hashtag,
CES?
Yeah, hashtag CNET at CES.
Let's throw to Sony.
Well, welcome to the Sony press event here at CES 2017. And thank you for being here or watching via live stream. Now, we also invite you to participate in real time in our post-show Q&A at hashtag Sony CES. Now, as is the case every year in early January, as we all gather here in Las Vegas, I take real personal pride for me to be able to show you the newest and most exciting Sony products, many of which actually I've had the pleasure of being personally involved in the product development process. And we also get a chance to reveal a few prototypes and emerging technologies that we have also been working on as well. So to start, I'd like to share a great example of one of our new technologies. At the front of our booth here at CES is our new display technology, the Crystal LED integrated structure, which incorporates ultra-fine LEDs as its light source. Now, as you move around it, you will notice that it has an extremely wide viewing angle with very little color and brightness shift. And unlike other large format displays, it is virtually impossible to see the pixels or the seams, even if you're standing right next to it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please, don't take my word for it. You need to absolutely experience it to believe it. The Crystal LED display here within the Sony booth is 32 feet by 9 feet, featuring an 8K times 2K image. But thanks to the scalable tile structure, the size of the canvas is actually only limited by your imagination. So I hope you will take a look at the Crystal LED display later. I can assure you it will wow all of you. Now, by now, you probably know about a message that I consistently talk about, and that is, whenever you see, touch, or interact with our products, we want to stimulate an emotional response. An emotional response, and that is what we call kando. Kando just doesn't happen in some abstract space in the cloud. It happens when we create objects of desire. Now, as you know, some telecommunications companies have described the sweet spot in the customer delivery as happening at the last 1 mile. Now, my take on that for Sony is a little bit more ambitious because we want to connect with you at the last 1 inch. This is really up close and very personal. This is where you feel a deep attachment, connection, and of course, pride of ownership. Now, not too long ago, there were some questions about Sony's viability in a rapidly changing marketplace. Could Sony actually remain relevant? Now, however, today we are on a path to sustainable growth. And Sony's innovation has flourished, resulting in positive outcomes in our business and, of course, for you as well. And also, I want to take a moment to acknowledge Mike Fasullo and Sony North America for their incredible efforts in this pursuit. So Mike, please stand up and be recognized. Okay, Mike, you can sit down now. You don't have to join me on stage either because I don't want you to steal the spotlight. It's about me tonight. But I have to say, I'm really grateful to you, Mike, and for your team for a remarkably well done job here in North America. So, let's get started. Now, I'd like to begin today by highlighting an innovation that we are extremely excited about at Sony. It is establishing new trends in both image display and also in content creation, influencing both technology as well as entertainment. So let's talk about high dynamic range, or HDR. Now, HDR is a remarkable advancement in display technology, making possible images that contain up to 100 times wider dynamic range compared to the current TV broadcast standards. This means you will experience a greater spectrum of both brightness as well as clarity. And for years, Sony's best production cameras have been able to capture HDR. But now, distribution and display technologies are catching up, bringing you a further improved and exciting viewing experience. Now, as you know, Sony has introduced critically acclaimed 4K HDR Bravia TVs, most notably our flagship model, the Z90 series that was launched last fall. And for the professional field, we have an extensive range of broadcast and cinema cameras that capture a wider range of brightness in studios, on sports fields, and of course on movie sets. And at Sony Pictures, more movies and TV shows are being shot and finished in high dynamic range. And last September, Sony Interactive Entertainment released an updated firmware for all PlayStation 4 consoles back to the very first console that was sold in 2013 that makes them compatible with HDR. So now you can enjoy gaming with exceptionally lifelike HDR picture quality on HDR-supported software titles. And I think you'll agree that Sony is the leader in the advancement of HDR in creation, delivery, and display, and I have to say, this is a truly one Sony initiative. So today, let's take a look at our latest HDR updates and introduce our new Bravia television lineup. Now, Bravia is synonymous with quality. And we offer you superior product design and, of course, state-of-the-art technology. For example, our superb image processing algorithms are condensed into an exquisite processor, the X1 Extreme, to go beyond display device and making Bravia's picture quality the absolute best that it can be. And today, I have two new additions to our Bravia lines that bring the experience of 4K HDR, the processor X1 Extreme, to a broader audience. This is the first new Bravia that will feature a slim, stylish design with extraordinary brightness. And harnessing our slim backlight drive plus, the display boasts spectacular brightness and contrast using an intelligent backlight driving technology. And the result is a stunning and vivid picture satisfying the most discriminating viewers who are seeking optimized picture quality. And we are proud to introduce this series as one of our best LED TVs under our flagship Z90. But wait, we have more. Of course. And this year, the screen actually works. We made sure we got that right. Now, this is the Bravia OLED. And this is a unique execution of an OLED display that only Sony can really bring to life. OLED is designed to reproduce deep blacks in dark scenes. And when it's combined with our X1 Extreme processing technology, it renders every detail of an image regardless of any ambient darkness in the scene. You'll see more than you ever thought possible in a display. But what's also unique about our OLED TV is our innovative sound technology we call acoustic surface. This is a world's first, sound that comes directly from the screen. This revolutionary acoustic surface technology actually vibrates the display to produce the awe-inspiring sound. It is enabled by the thin, simple structure of the OLED display. This means there are no separate speakers on the side or the bottom of the TV, and the result is an ingenious, speakerless, and also standless design. Bravia OLED provides you unparalleled quality while delivering next-generation immersive experiences in your home or living space. And we're also excited to announce that both of these new TV series and the current Z9D series will also support Dolby Vision to deliver cinema-grade 4K HDR visual experiences. Now, by actively supporting multiple authoring and playback imaging technology, we at Sony were committed to providing you a wide variety of HDR content options that you can all enjoy on your stunning Bravia screen. This, ladies and gentlemen, is really exciting stuff. Now, as part of our wide variety of 4K HDR-capable display products, we offer further flexibility in style and in-home integration with our second generation ultra short throw 4K HDR home theater projector. The projector is minimally intrusive and now over 40% smaller than the previous version, yet still able to provide stunning cinematic quality images discreetly displayed right into your own living space. The ultra short throw lens lets you place the projector close to your wall for a giant 120-inch image. And since it's near a wall, viewers' shadows won't interfere with the picture, allowing for more open floor space as well. So, with the increasing variety of 4K HDR products on the market, you can expect to see an increasing selection of 4K HDR programming and streaming for all audiences, from dramas to documentary to sports. In addition, 4K HDR streaming from Netflix and also from Amazon will provide an enhanced viewer experience. Not to be undone, many of Sony Pictures' upcoming movies and TV series will be released in 4K with HDR, including major film franchises like Spider-Man: Homecoming and The Dark Tower, as well as shows like The Last Tycoon and The Tick. And for those of you who desire disc media, will provide the ultimate in picture and sound quality. Our first ultra-high definition Blu-ray disc player for home entertainment will be coming out this spring as well. And Sony Pictures Home Entertainment is already releasing 4K Ultra HD discs, including the latest blockbusters, as well as audience favorites from one of the largest libraries of 4K content in Hollywood. Also, what home theater is complete without powerful immersive sound? And here, our soundbar delivers a complete 4K HDR home theater experience with three-dimensional immersive sound like Dolby Atmos. And to make this soundbar the very best for home theaters, we collaborated with sound professionals at Sony Pictures who lent their expertise to calibrate the audio quality and optimize it for the playback of movies. Now, speaking of sound, as you all know, Sony's history is distinguished by a deep commitment to providing better and even better listening experiences. So if you're an audiophile, you know the power of Sony's sound. And if you're seeking to be transported by your listening experience, you are certain to be inspired by the premium sound delivery from our flagship personal audio products. These products have the power to transport you from your home or office to a completely different place, lost in a symphony, captivated by an artist, or reliving a favorite movie, musical, or a soundtrack production. Our industry-leading noise-canceling headphones, the MDR1000X, has been garnering acclaim worldwide. And our success is made possible by our pioneering work in noise-canceling headphone technology for more than 30 years. Many of you may not know this, but we developed the world's first noise-canceling headphone for enjoying music in 1992, which were first used in airline first-class cabins. And Sony also introduced the first digital noise-canceling headphones to the market in 1995. And today, we're showcasing our latest noise-canceling innovations. 2 prototypes of in-ear wireless noise-canceling headphones. One features a sleek behind-the-neck style, and the other is a wireless pair of earbuds. Free of cables, housing, or headband, we're giving you more choices in how you listen. And Sony's industry-leading noise cancellation is improving your experience regardless of your preferred listening mode. And of course, you will be the first to see them right here in our booth. Next, I'd like to talk about another area where we are well known for innovation and also expertise, and that is in the field of digital imaging. Sony has introduced world-class cameras for both professionals and, of course, for amateurs. In all of our digital imaging products, we continue to improve and fine-tune our offerings while creating products designed to address a variety of photo opportunities and also video capture needs. So let me talk about a couple of these models. First of all, the Alpha 99 Mark II is a highly advanced DSLR camera with revolutionary features. The Alpha 99 Mark II delivers the next level in high-precision autofocus, faster continuous shooting, and stunning resolution, the best performance in A-mount. This camera is particularly powerful when you shoot fast-moving objects such as motorsports with 12 shots per second at a stunning 42-megapixel resolution. The Alpha 99 Mark II will help you capture motion that even your eyes perhaps cannot see. And for those of you who demand portability and performance at the same time, we have our critically acclaimed mirrorless camera lineup as well. And here, our latest offering in this segment, the Alpha 6500, is the true workhorse. In this palm-sized compact body, we packed our latest innovations in digital imaging so that you can enjoy the quality and performance of a DSLR. It outperforms your expectations with our fastest ever autofocus, image stabilization, 4K movie captures, satisfying even professional photographers looking to empower their creativity. Now, it's also important to note that our mirrorless lens series has more lens options, including our latest edition, the G Master Lens series, featuring astonishing new levels of both resolution and brilliant bokeh. And not to be overlooked, be sure to check out our latest offering in the compact camera segment, the RX100 Mark V. And by the way, I think many of you have noticed that Sony has been making premium compact cameras with design consistency from year to year, which has really gotten a lot of support from customers around the world. And why do we do that? We're actually never satisfied with good enough. We continue to be devoted to this size and this configuration and this industrial design. It's an elegant form, road-tested and ready, that you can always carry with you. So with unwavering dedication, Sony has been setting the standards within the 1-inch sensor compact camera category. Now, as some of you also know, on a personal level, I am an avid photo enthusiast. And you might even say that I'm a camera geek. And photography is a real great personal passion of mine. So even from that perspective, I'm proud of the giant leaps we have made in digital imaging over the last 40 years, and not just in the sensors and technology, but in the entire range of our digital imaging products. From the lenses to the accessories, even products in the range, every product in the range is imbued with Sony's commitment to quality. Whether you are a professional shooting in critical situations every day, or an enthusiast shooting on the weekend, like myself, or just capturing life memories, I will personally continue to drive our company to make Sony be your first and only camera brand of choice. Now, one of the things I'm also most proud about Sony's commitment to consumer electronics is our focus on continual innovation. That's what drives Sony. That's what fuels Sony. And here, Lightspace UX is both a concept and a real platform for innovating new products that transform your living space. Lightspace UX enables unique experiences with powerful sensory impact using light, sound, and vision in perhaps unexpected ways. So earlier today, we shared our second generation ultra short throw 4K projector, and now I'd like to give you a glimpse of a prototype projector showcasing an entirely new experience, one that not only turns your living room wall into a life-size display, but also lets you interact with a projected environment or familiar place like a library. So for example, filled with all sorts of possibilities and unexpected discoveries. Browse virtual bookshelves, leaf through, and even order those books on the spot if you so please. We're also incubating new ideas through our internal incubation program called the Seed Acceleration Program, or SAP. And since the program's launched 2 years ago, there are now a total of 6 products already in the market attracting consumers looking for what is new and novel from Sony. Now, while all of these products were first introduced in Japan, today we're thrilled to see some of them right here in the United States market as well as other parts of the world. And finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the continued excitement around PlayStation. PlayStation 4 has now sold through more than 6.2 million units this holiday season, and the cumulative sell-through since launch has reached over 53.4 million units worldwide as of January 1st. Its momentum is very strong even in its 4th year since the launch. And though it's not included in the numbers, PlayStation VR launched last October and gave us a great start also to the holiday season as well. So with PlayStation VR, we are able to provide you dramatic, transformational, new gaming experiences. And our ambitions for VR are not limited just to gaming. Sony is well positioned to take a One Sony approach to set trends in virtual reality across our content divisions, enhancing how you experience movies, music, television, and more. Here, for example, Sony Music Entertainment developed a VR music experience with electronic musician Kygo, and you can all experience it at our booth today. And for those in the US who are not here, rest assured it will be available at our PlayStation Store starting today. Now, many more VR experiences will be coming soon from Sony Pictures Entertainment and also from Sony Music Entertainment. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, I am excited as ever about the ways consumer electronics continues to positively impact your life and our lives at Sony as well. So, at Sony, we are always thinking about not only what we can do or how we will create it, but asking ourselves, why? Why? Emotional involvement, expressed as kando, is at the very essence of all of our offerings. And our goal, and my personal commitment, is to inspire your creativity, delight your senses, challenge your boundaries, and enrich your lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all of Sony, thank you for being with us today, and have a great CES. Thank you very much.
Well, that was it for Sony.
There you have it.
Starting off with their biggest thing instead of, like the end, it felt like it just kind of fizzled, into like, oh, we have VR for PlayStation, don't forget about that.
Well, like, it's a weird time for all these companies right now because it seems like not everyone is debuting a lot of new stuff. They're sort of just laying the foundation and being like, look, 4K is here. We're committed to that that standard, all of Sony content, which they've talked about before. We've known this will be coming through streaming networks over 4K and HDR.
Right.
That's pretty cool. I want to turn to Twitter and hear what the Twitter people are saying because we asked you guys to comment and you did just that. On Twitter, Suleiman said, oh, now I know why Sony CES excluded Ultra HD from the PlayStation 4 Pro. Remember, PlayStation 4 Pro cannot play Ultra HD Blu-rays inexplicably. They did this so they can produce them separately and sell it to us. That's snarky, but it's not totally wrong. That's kind of why they did that, which is, you know, like you said before, that's a dick move, right? That's you know,
Yeah,
you can't do that.
It's just like the stretching out of all of these things that consumers just want it to work on their PlayStation.
It's not fair. It's not fair. They should have put Ultra HD Blu-ray in the PlayStation 4 Pro. On Twitter, @BeingBrad said, tell me which one of Sony's product lines here aren't being threatened by the smartphone. Sick burn, Brad.
Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, it was hey, this 8K television is amazing. And then all the rest was cameras.
Right.
And the projector.
For sure. I mean, that's kind of impressive,
yeah.
right? Like, I think this is maybe their second 4K HDR projector that they've ever made.
Right.
That was always a hurdle for them to get over.
But they're just focusing on the high-end consumer who really cares about the audio, who really cares. I mean, like it's up there. It probably didn't relate to a lot of people watching at
Sure,
home.
but the Walkman was there. It was in a slide. It was right there in the bottom
They're not
corner.
letting that one go.
They're not going to let it go. Some other interesting stuff they were talking about. Amazingly enough, I didn't know this. Did you know that Sony claims to be the first to introduce noise canceling technology? I didn't know that.
I usually don't expect to get like trivia during a
there were a couple
presentation.
like Snapple fun facts that showed up during the Sony press conference. Also, and apparently they did that in 1992.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
good
like
for you.
it's like good for you. And okay, now this was not their year to wow us, but
It doesn't appeal. I mean, I would have liked to
But
seen something kind of goofy like that light bulb. LED Bluetooth speaker. That was stupid and pointless, but it was something weird where they're like, hey, these two things exist. Let's make them into one.
This is the year where televisions, everyone's talking about HDR,
Yeah.
and that's what they focused on, and they just cut right to the chase.
Yeah, I mean, also, you know, they did mention the PlayStation stuff at the end. You got almost 54 million units sold since that thing debuted, PlayStation 4. That's kind of amazing. I don't think anybody expected that console to do as well as it's been doing.
Interesting enough, you had Intel going on and on about VR, but really, people at home, they're caring about VR in their PlayStation more than anything, and it was barely mentioned here. You know?
It was, and if you notice, that was the one, and they kind of did say like, oh, we don't have the numbers for that. We didn't mention that in the numbers, but that's a pretty important sort of metric that I think everyone wants to know about. I think there's data out there that suggests that it is doing better than the Vive and Oculus, but how much better? What are the real numbers on how well PSVR is doing?
We just got out of the holidays, so that's why it's still this murky in between time. You're right.
For sure. They briefly teased some of their LifeSpace UX stuff, which is a very dubious sort of concept that they claim is sort of like out there, but not so much. At the top, they were really pushing their new crystal LED structure for how their new TVs are going to be made. There's an 8K image out there floating around on their at their booth, which would be kind of cool to check out. But I think 8K is where it ceilings out. I think after 8K, it's just pointless.
I think it said 8K plus 2K or something like that. I was like, are you just like throwing numbers out?
You can't just
now?
arbitrarily throw out Ks like that. It's not how that works. But that should be interesting to see. And that will obviously drive their refresh of their Bravia line of TVs. So,
and everyone's talking about the wireless earbuds now, considering it was a big holiday item with the iPhone 7 not having a headphone jack. And all they did was just mention, hey, we got 2 prototypes that we're working on. So I guess you can check those out. But yeah, what is CES? It's a time to see incremental changes, the evolution of where we're going. And this was a smaller year for Sony.
It was, and I wonder if that is a trend kind of going across the board. I mean, we just saw it with Intel. They really didn't wow us with something experimental. I mean, it was definitely, cut from like that sort of concept idea, but no one seems to be taking those ridiculous leaps and risks and sort of saying, hey, maybe you could call the Hyundai thing with the car in the coming out of the house thing being as that crazy sort
That was
of
a science fiction
reaching.
novel that they animated, basically. So is that a big leap, or is that, like, what is everyone focusing on? They're focusing on robots, they're focusing on virtual reality, and none of these companies talked about smart home assistants, which was another big hot thing.
Which we kind of, going into CES, we're pretty much, betting it all on smart homes.
Yeah.
Not to say that's not represented here at CES at the press conference day, but in the last couple of, press conferences we saw was not there as much.
It wasn't worth it for them to talk about it, so we're not at a place where they cared to, innovate there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, we would see something from their TV line that matches up with those really, really thin OLED kind of technology screens that you're seeing from other manufacturers.
LG must have won the TV today.
I feel like they did, right?
I mean, this was the end of the press conference day of televisions, and, so LG's wallpaper TV, that's the one.
That's so cool. That's like the one thing that I just feel like, I don't know why I need it, I want that.
It's not a poster TV.
I just want to do that. So, have you had any experience with like HDR? Have you played around?
I'm looking forward to going down on the show floor and really seeing the differences, because I think that the terms that this time around, quantum dot, HDR. There's also different kinds of like I saw QLED or something the other day.
Everyone has their own sort of like proprietary way to describe the technology. But I think what a lot of people don't realize is, HDR is, in my opinion, a much more substantial and noticeable improvement in picture quality than maybe going from 1080p to 4K is.
Right.
When you see HDR, those portions of the screen that really pop with a bright light or a wider gamut of color, that's what really jumps off the screen at you. So I wonder if like that kind of educational thing will take place a little better at CES, because you can say 4K and you can say 8K all day, but those are like the numbers that people pay attention to. But in reality, in the real world, HDR is really where it's at. I mean, I've just been very much exposed to all that recently, having to deal with PlayStation 4 Pro. And in games, it is awesome. It is very noticeable. It is almost a reason to go out and buy a 4K HDR TV.
And now you have to educate everyone all over again on the terminology.
That's what CES needs to be, more of an educational show than anything else.
Knowledge is power.
It is, totally. We got some more tweets coming in. Again, hashtag CNET at CES. Christopher coming in on Twitter saying, PS4 Pro not supporting Ultra HD Blu-ray, so you can buy their standalone player. That's just wrong. That is wrong. And I understand it. People getting burned by it. It is probably something worth, maybe holding back on a purchase for that. And, the way they kind of presented this at the press conference, they really didn't mention any of that. Not surprising.
And it looked like they held their press conference at their booth, which is not typical.
I think they did do that
they
every
did
year.
last time?
Yeah. But it's
just the way it was
weird.
done. I think
it's
it was the
unsettling.
aerial. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I think we're ready to wrap it up.
I guess that's the end for us here.
Yeah.
But there's still another press event. NVIDIA is going to be showing off their big thing soon. You can catch that at NVIDIA's website, and and we're going to play that back tomorrow too. So at CES 2017, that's press day for you. 10 hours. This has been a marathon. We were going to be back live, though, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And here are a few highlights coming up tomorrow. We're going to have Sony's Mike Vasulu, Sony's president. He's going to be here talking about what we were just talking about, too. And executives from Intel, Razer, and Qualcomm.
That's right. I'll be interviewing actor, comedian Nick Offerman.
That's
Am I still
exciting.
talking to this? I can't wait for that. I love that man. My mustache trembles in fear. Also, we're going to have live demos of robots, smart pillows, and a few torture tests.
I'm looking forward to the smart pillow. I'm not going to. Well, also at 3:30 Pacific, CNET's next big thing, Super Session, is going to happen. It's all about the future of the smart home, and that's a must-see and standing room only event. But, of course, you can watch it all here.
All right, that will do it for us. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night from Las Vegas.
Good night.